finals about to get underway. 6 players left out of 353 that started. 5 days of grueling competition to get this far.
Right now, Cornel Cimpan, a WPT champion, going after his second title, is the chip leader.
Well, that graph you see is the percentage of chips that each player has. If it's a green line next to the player's name, he's above average. If it's a red line, he's below average.
Okay, Andes are going to start at 4,000. Blinds at 20 and 40,000. Let's go down to the felt. First one to act is the young pro, guy that took a World Series event at the youngest age of all time, 21 years old. That's Fro, and he quickly folds his hand.
Action now on the chip leader, Cornel Cimpan.
Now Cornel with just a 9-8 offsuit.
100.
He's going to push this spot. I like to call him the Houston Bandit because he likes to steal, and he's going to try to steal right here.
People know he's the chip leader. People hesitate to play with the chip leader, especially on the first hand at the final table of a World Poker Tour event, because they don't want to go out early.
Soheil quickly folding his hand, and Matt Stout, the 24-year-old internet pro, also folding his hand. And now it's around to the bull rider, Lee Markholt.
Well, Lee's a WPT champion, and more impressively to me, he's cashed more times on the World Poker Tour than any other player. This his 20th cash.
Okay, he folds. Now Curt Kohlberg, we've also seen him on the WPT. Money manager. He's got an uneventful 5-4, and he cannot play, so the first pot going to the Houston Bandit, Cornel Cimpan.
Well, the rich get richer, as they say. The power of chips in tournament poker, you just can't say enough about it. You just push people right around. You can make plays like that with a 9-8 offsuit and take pots down because people are fearful of you.
Yes, they could also be fearful of that shirt. Louder than my ex-wife. But the 38-year-old takes that pot. Let's go back down the felt. It's on him again. And this time he has a queen-9, and he won't play that.
Okay, around to the other Houstonian, Soheil Shamseddin. So what the hell, we nicknamed him last time we saw him at a WPT final table, because he just says, what the hell, shrugs his shoulder and plays any 2 cards.
Except for those 2. He goes out now. Matt Stout with an ace-6 of spades. Gonna raise it, makes it 100,000 to go.
I'm all in.
Oh, Lee Markholt on the short stack here. Yep, he's going all in here with the ace-king. It's a great opportunity for Lee to double up here and get right back in the thick of things. Curt Kohlberg looks at suited connectors. You like to play him, but you like to play him when a guy's got chips left over. So if you hit the flop, you can win more chips with that hand.
But he can't, and Froehlich, they call him E-Fro, also going out.
Cool.
And a reluctant call by Matt Stout.
Well, he's not going to like it when Lee turns up his hand because he's dominated, but because of the chip count, he felt obligated to make the call with the ace high. Now he's going to have to get very lucky to win this pot and knock the WPT champ out of here.
Ace-king up against ace-6.
The former bull rider looking to stay on for 8 seconds here. Let's see if he can do it.
This is a pretty good spot. Pretty good spot.
Put his money in with the best. That's all you can ask for.
Kings out there, Jennifer. Get it over with quick.
Of course, I never believed that line.
Yeah, you got the king of spades, so
you can ask for more. You can ask for a suck out every now and then.
Well, Matt's going to need one to win this pot, but not a bad start for him as he flops the nut flush draw. It's come queen 5-4. You see Lee wince right there.
That is pain for the bull rider.
Deuce of hearts, please.
Any spade that comes off now will end
Keep
Lee
red,
Markholt's hopes of capturing a second WPT title tonight.
Turn card coming up, and Lee's going to dodge that one. 5 of clubs.
Now, if the board paired 4s or queens, this would be a split pot. Matt needs a 6 or a spade to win the pot.
How about a 3 of clubs?
Lee sweating out the last card. Can he double up?
Oh, the 3 of spade comes off. The bull rider thrown again, Vince. Tough luck for Lee Markholt. Got his money in prime position. Just bad luck to get knocked out here on that hand.
6th place finisher, Lee Markholt. Gonna pick up 166,000. And just like that, we are down to 5.
Nice hand, man.
thanks, man.
If you fold, you're gonna have to start playing a Scrabble or.
If I fold, at least 2 people are gonna punch me in the face.
I can't find a better spot to get it in though. Big favorite, so that's the spot I was looking for. I just got unlucky.
I saw Lee's reaction before I saw the card.
Sucks.
5 players remain at the World Poker Finals. We'll come back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
Guys, you see this? This was given to me by a Maasai warrior chief. It's supposed to bring me power. This was given to me by Men's Warehouse.
I'll bet you had to pay for it.
Well, poker players love their bracelets.
In exchange for cash.
All right, back down to the felt. Action's going to Soheil Shamseddin from Houston, Texas. We called him a wild, sick player, but so far tonight, pretty conservative.
Well, gave him the nickname, so what the hell, because he seemed to play everything the last time we saw him.
Not here, he goes out. Matt Stout also going away. And now it's up to Curt Kohlberg. He's an amateur player and entrepreneur.
Well, he's a math guy, Vince, and a pretty good poker player, I'll tell you that. He made a WPT final table in Paris a few years ago. He's back again.
And he's going to raise with Queen 10, makes it 100,000 to go.
Well, Efro, the 25-year-old, looks down at a pair of jacks. He's on the short stack here right now, man. It's going to be interesting to see how many chips he puts in this pot. I'm certain he's going to raise it.
I'm all in.
And he does go all in.
Not going to fool around. Just going to set all the chips out there. Boys, if you can beat this, good luck to you.
Cornel, our WPT champion, also going out. So back around to Curt. Looks like he got a headache from that one. And he cannot compete, and Efro going to take this pot.
You can't call an all-in bet with just a queen eye. Mucks his hand, so there you see Eric's parents give him a nice round of applause.
Efro got into this event with a $2,200 satellite, and he has made it happen here so far.
Right here before you start going for the hard stuff.
Action back on the other youngster, the other 20-something-year-old at this final table. Matt Stout, he goes out.
Yep.
This keeps up, I'm going to go for the hard stuff pretty
Curt
soon.
also going out. And now, once again, it's up to Eric, and he's got a pair of deuces here.
Well, last hand he had a pair of jacks, won the pot. Here he's got a pair of deuces on the button. Going to raise it to 105,000.
Into the Houston Bandit, Cornel Cimpan. In the small blind, he's got a queen 10 of diamonds.
He's also got a massive amount of chips, meaning you're going to make these calls with that kind of hand. He is going to make the call.
Now the man we branded a maniac, a wild man, Soheil. What's our wild man going to do with this junk? We did build him up, Mike, in a huge way as being this sick, wild player. But can't get too wild with 5'10". So he goes out.
Yeah, very conservative start for So What the Hell. Might have to take that name away from him.
Two-way action, Efro against Cornel Cimpan. Here's the flop.
Flop comes 7-7-8.
Does not help Cornel. And he's first to act. But the Houston Bandit's going to take a shot at this. He bets. Looks like 150,000.
Did you see the look that Efro shot him? He said, wait a minute here. What is going on?
Oh, boy.
Well, he's gone all in here, just not buying the fact that Cornel has a hand here. Figured if a guy had a 7, surely he would check on this flop to try to trap his man.
Well, also, if Cornel did have an overpair, he would have raised before the flop. So Efro seeing through this whole logic, and he's gone all in.
Probably figures maybe the guy's got a straight draw or something, some kind of gut shot draw or something, but he doesn't even have that good. Just a great read, a great knowledge of the situation. He does lay it down, and Vince, there gives you a glimpse of why this Eric Froehlich is such a good, young, solid player. His poker instincts right on in that situation. Moved all in over the top with just 2 deuces.
Yep. He spanked the Bandit. 5 players remain. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Let's get back to the action. We had 2 WPT champions at this final table. 4 out of the 6 players have been at a WPT final table before. The other 2 guys, young stars, making their first final table appearance, but big money at stake. One of the champs already out, Lee Markholt. Cornel Cimpan, the chip leader, going for his 2nd WPT title tonight.
And in this very hand, Matt Stout with the Queen Jack has bumped it up to 100,000 to go. Curt quickly folding, and now Efro with a King 6 also won't play.
Back around to Cornel Cimpan in the small blind. He goes out. Here comes Soheil. He's got the 5-4 diamonds, the suited connectors. Wants to see a flop with his hand.
And like we said, Soheil likes to play a lot of cards. This time finally proving it, and he's got an open-ended straight draw with that flop.
Yep, it's come ace 7-6. Action on Soheil. Yep, he's gonna check.
And now Matt Stout, nothing hitting on that flop. Will he make a continuation bet?
Well, most guys do that raise before the flop. He's going to represent. He's got an ace in his hand where he paired the aces. Even though we know he doesn't, he fires out 160,000.
Into Soheil. Let's see what he does with his hand. He's got to be happy with that flop. Possibilities around him.
Yeah, you're not thrilled with it because you're fearful your opponent's got aces. But on the other hand, you've got an open and straight draw, even though there's 2 hearts out there. But
Call.
he's a gambler. He's going to make the call here.
All right, to the turn we go. Matt Stout looking very ominous. And look at this card, deuce of diamonds.
Well, that actually gives Soheil a straight flush draw. 3 of diamonds would give him a straight flush.
A lot of players might fire out with that card.
Some guys like Soheil might check raise here with a hand like this. That's a big, big drawing hand. Let's see what he's going to do with it.
He's going to check it.
Well, will the youngster fire a second shell? That's the question. Raised before the flop got called, bet on the flop, got called again. Can he fire a second bullet? Nope, he's gonna check.
Going down to the river, Soheil wanting to complete his hand. Will he? No, not there. It's a 10 of clubs.
Soheil's gonna check, and Matt checks as well. And gonna be thrilled to win this pot with queen high. He's not gonna believe it, but that's gonna be the case. And Soheil is going to be saying, what the hell was I thinking not to bet that pot?
Soheil proving us very wrong so far. We said he was a maniac. He didn't care. What the hell, Soheil? But so far, very conservative.
And Matt Stout living his dream tonight. His parents here to watch it.
What do I think is going to happen? I don't have enough knowledge of the game to tell you that. All I know is that he's been playing very well.
I'm just so proud of him. I just want him to do really well.
Oh, just those are poker parents, and that's got to be great. You know, you don't even know what your kid's doing, but you see him getting rich. Wonderful. All right, back to the action. It's going to be on Cornel Cimpan, our chip leader. And this time he looks down at an ace-7 offsuit, and he's going to get aggressive, makes it 100,000.
Now back to Soheil, and he's still thinking, what the hell was I thinking a minute ago not to bet that hand?
Yeah. He folds this hand. Matt Stout now with just a 6-7 offsuit.
Well, Matt won the last hand with queen high, feeling good, but look at this. He is coming over the top of the chip leader with a $300,000 bet with the 76 trombones.
Knocks out Curt, and now Efro with a queen, 3 of diamonds.
It's been raised and re-raised to him, so he goes away.
And now it's on Cornel.
As the cards lie, we can see that Cornel has him dominated. When a guy re-raises you and you have an ace-7 offsuit, most of the time you're not interested, and neither is Cornel. Just chalk that one up. The aggressive player, the youngster, Matt Stout with a nice raise of the chip leader to take that pot down.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. Here we go. 5 players remain. Cornel Cimpan, our chip leader, out in front with about 3.5 million. Action going to our so-called maniac, Soheil Shamseddin.
And he picks up Kojak. He's got the king jack. He is going to raise it. Comes in for 100,000.
Into Matt Stout, quickly folding his hand, and now Curt Kohlberg.
Curt with the 7-4 spades on the button, lays it down.
Efro. Eric Froehlich with a 6-3 won't play, so the only one to beat is the chip leader Cornel Cimpan, a WPT champion.
Well, these are the 2 chip leaders, ironically, both from Houston. They know each other's games well. They're what we call feel players. They go with their gut, they go with their instinct. They're not the math players that these other 3 players are, incidentally.
Well, Cornel with a queen 9. He's going to see the flop, so king jack up against queen 9. And here is the flop.
Oh, ace, ace, king.
Not bad for Soheil. He's hit the kings. And Cornel's going to check into him. Soheil Shamseddin.
He's got ace and king, so he's going to bet.
Yeah.
125,000.
There's Soheil's daughter, looking anxious in the stands. And what will Cornel do here?
Well, he's making the call here, Vince, and he's calling because he thinks his queen high could be good. Now an ace comes off, so 3 aces on the board. Soheil has aces full of kings. Cornel has nothing but queen high.
Cornel has checked it.
No card he can catch to win this pot. He could tie it if an ace or a king comes off.
Soheil is going to bet 200,000 with his aces full of kings. Back around into Cornel, who's got nothing. But he's got a lot of chips in front of him.
Well, Vince, I'll tell you what he's thinking right now. He's thinking that if this guy had a smaller pair, he'd be checking here because he got called on the flop. He'd be afraid that I had a king, for example. And I believe Cornel thinks the queen high is the best hand, Vince. He's not looking to make any moves here. You're not going to run a guy off aces full of kings or 4 aces.
Get $500,000.
You're trying to run him off a small pair in case he's got one. And Cornel is going to raise it here to $500,000. Well, Vince, when a guy check raises you there, he called a raise before the flop. You're mildly fearful he have quads, but you're never getting away from aces full of kings, I can tell you.
$1 million.
And Soheil is coming back over the top.
This re-raise makes no sense at all to me.
Yeah, really, why?
And I say that because the only way you're going to get played with if this guy's got an ace or a king. If he's got an ace, you're broke. If he's got a king, you're tied. He's not going to throw it away.
But maybe Soheil just wants to add to his maniac reputation.
I guess queen high is no good, huh?
Well, it is no good.
No, it certainly isn't.
You beat this?
I got deuce 3 offsuit.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, Soheil is going to take his pot down with aces full of kings.
The 2 vets at the table going up against each other, and Soheil takes that edge.
The sick man is in the house. The sick man in the house. 3 aces on the board and I'm re-raising. Did I say I'm sick?
Too bad the man doesn't love poker.
Well, Vance, he says he's sick. Can he be the doctor and get well tonight and take down a WPT title? We shall see.
Kohlberg with a pair of jacks. And he's going to raise it up, makes it 100,000 to go.
He's got the 2 fish hooks. Trying to catch some fish right now.
Efro quickly folding. And now, Cornel Cimpan also going to fold.
It looks like 100,099 cents. Breeze, baby, breeze. I don't want you to pass out on me here. We got 8 more hours to go at least.
And now, Soheil Shamseddin, the chip leader. He's got a jack 10 of diamonds this time.
Well, these guys have total opposite personalities at the table. Soheil's a laugh, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. Curt, very serious about his poker. Amateur player.
I'm gonna call and check dark.
Wow. Well, how about that? He's called with the suited connectors.
Check
Jack
dark.
10 of diamonds and checks in the dark.
Yeah.
Meaning whatever comes out there, he's already checked.
Announce it, please, so Mr. Curt can hear it. Soheil has checked dark.
Getting no reaction by Curt, and here's the flop, 8-8-7.
Well, pretty good flop for an overpair. He's got the 2 jacks.
Soheil with an inside straight draw, though, and he has checked in the blind. Kurt's got to like this. He's going to come out and bet again, it looks like.
It's like 180,000.
What's the total chips you got, Curt?
Curt is on the short stack. He started this pot with about 750,000.
475 behind.
Soheil, our chip leader.
Body back to table number 1.
The body bag.
Because somebody's gonna go.
Gotta hope it's not you, though.
Wow.
Happy-go-lucky.
It sounds like he's thinking about calling there with his gut shot straight draw. Now that would really be gambling.
Curt looking a little like death warmed over there. Doesn't look like he's breathing at the table.
Vince, are you really going to put it in here with the gut shot straight draw? That's the question.
Here's Curt's wife, very animated, big smile. Soheil, what are you gonna do?
I don't know what's hard, laying down the gut shot or going to dentist.
Well, for you, it's about a pick 'em. Kurt's gonna smile a little bit because he takes down the pot.
There you go. See, he's just like a great poker face. And when he's in the game, he doesn't want to give away anything. And he's a happy guy right now, taking that pot.
Kurt's waited a long time to get back to a WPT
Good
final
answer.
table. Happy to be here. Knows how tough it is to do.
All right, let's go to the rail and speak to Kurt's wife, Allegra.
I'm here cheering on my husband, Curt Kohlberg. On his wrist,
Did it
he's
come in
wearing
nine of
a
diamonds?
bracelet that he was given by a Maasai chief when we were visiting Kenya several summers ago. It's just good luck for him, good karma. I think that he's done super so far just to be here, so I think he should be proud of himself.
You see that? He got that in Kenya. I got one of those on Hollywood Boulevard.
I believe he'd been better off getting a spear over there. That frightened these guys
Jack of
more.
diamond. That is the sexiest hand.
Must be a luck charm, though, for him. He's wearing it proud. He's playing good poker.
Oh, boy, I tell you, if he wins this tournament, Vince, there'll be players with wrists full of bracelets from everywhere around the world.
All right, back to the table. Cornel quickly folding his hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And now Soheil. He's a very animated player. This time, he's going to look down at a king, queen of spades.
That's a pretty good hand in a short-handed poker game. So he is getting out some raisin chips.
I was hiding it.
Gonna make it 100,000 to go.
Matt Stout, the online pro, quickly folding his hand and back around to Curt.
Well, he's got a king-queen also. Same exact hand, except it's not suited as Soheil.
Well, there you go.
Wow, he is shipping it all. He has moved all in here.
Very aggressive. Efro has gone out.
He's putting a lot of pressure on Soheil right here.
Too much, way too much. Even it's too much for me. That's extremely, extremely rare, sir.
Well, Soheil has won the talking battle, but doesn't look like he's going to win this poker battle against Curt.
I'd call you if I had a 9-8, but I can't call you.
Can't do it.
That's his style. I'll call you with a 9-8, but I can't call you with a king-queen. Oh, well. We still have 5 trying to take down this first-place prize at the World Poker Finals.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Let's go back to the felt. Action going to Soheil Shamseddin. He's our chip leader at this point.
Soheil is out of blue chips.
Now he's under the gun, looks at a 7-4 diamond. Well, that's good enough for him to raise with. He comes in for 100,000.
He does. Into Matt Stout, who's got ace-king. A big hand, and he's coming back over the top, makes it 300,000. Curt goes out. Froehlich also going away.
Down to Cornel Cimpan now in the big blind. And he's got the suited connectors.
Well, he's going to fold it. So back to Soheil.
Well, now we're talking. So what the hell? Let's call him with a 7-4 for another couple hundred G's.
Yep, Soheil has opened up his game. He's taking a shot. Not going to like this flop, though. The flop is ace, 9-7, all clubs. That's aces for Matt Stout. Immediately pair of 7s for Soheil, and Soheil is going to quickly check.
Well, Matt's got top pair, and he is going to bet 420,000.
Now Soheil with no club, just a pair of 7s.
Not the kind of hand you'd want to get involved with, but you're not Soheil. You don't say what the hell all the time, like he does.
He's the chip leader at this point.
Oh, that's $1 million, folks, in tournament chips that he's bet.
He's taking a shot. Matt Stout with just the aces and no club. It's pretty scary.
Well, Vince, he's still got top pair with top kicker.
I'm all in.
Whoa, and he's going to go back over the top, all in.
He thinks his opponent's got two aces with a club in his hand, but he thinks he's got the best hand, and he is spot on. He has moved all in here with the two aces. And once again, Soheil is saying to himself, what the hell was I thinking there?
Imploding before our very eyes.
Lots of money.
The smile has gone away for Soheil.
We got king of clubs, probably.
Doesn't even have that, Soheil. Yeah, he's mumbling to himself. Not a good sign.
Oh, man, it's a lot of money here. It's another 1.2 million or so.
But you have an awful hand. Just sevens at this point, and he has to fold his hand. Oh boy. What a debacle for Soheil Shamseddin. Matt Stout taking control of that pot, taking a big one in, but he has become our new chip leader.
Nice spot, Matt.
There you go. The youngster that says it's his time. He could be right, Vance. Matt Stout takes down a huge pot to take the chip lead on his way to try to capture this WPT title.
To Curt Kohlberg. Second time at a final table, and he's got a big hand this time, ace-king.
Oh, he's on the short stack here. Vance picked up a big duke here. See what he's going to bet.
Sporting that lucky bracelet from Kenya. Loves to play squash. He's a father of three, and he's going to raise it with his ace-king, makes it 80,000.
Notice it's the minimum raise, Vince. I don't like this play at all. And I say that because it just invites the blinds to call to see a flop. It's not like he's got two aces. He's just got a big drawing hand with ace-king.
Well, Efro has gone out.
How many is that?
The Houston Bandit's going to call
Do I
it.
need to look before I call, or do I call and then look?
Look at this, Vince. Now, we saw him peek at his hand earlier. He's got the queen eight of diamonds.
I'll just call first.
He's telling them that he hasn't looked.
I'll look later.
Oh, boy.
He is
Liar, liar, pants on fire here.
I'm going to keep him right here.
snake in the grass there. Let's see if it works for him.
It's not a requirement to look,
How
but
big?
we did see him peek at his cards.
Any big.
And he flopped a pair in a straight
Check.
flush draw.
Unbelievable. A quick check by Cornel. Look at this. We're going to play it back. You see there, he did look at his whole cards.
Well, Vince, he's trying to represent to these guys that he has not looked at his hand. Action is on him.
And he's thinking about taking the play away. He does. He's going to bet out. 225. Curt, nothing hitting there. Has to fold his hand.
Did you look yet?
No.
Oh, you win anyway. You win anyway.
And Cornel goes out as well.
Well, it says he didn't look at his hand.
Oh, I didn't look at it.
But he certainly did.
I was teasing you guys. I looked.
So now he admits to the lie. Curt Kohlberg not pleased with that.
I wouldn't put that much money in there.
And look at Curt looking absolutely disgusting.
Come on, guys. You think I throw money in there without looking, see what the heck I got?
Now, you know what? Sometimes you cross the line. I mean, if you say you're not looking at a hand, you better not be looking at a hand. Otherwise, guns come out of the table, my opinion.
Oh, forget about it. It's your job as a player to watch the other players at the table. You can lie and tell stories like that if you want.
That's a little unethical. Back to the felt we go. A couple of folds, and Cornel also going out. Round to the liar. I mean, Soheil.
It's the battle of the blinds here.
And this time he's got an ace-jack. And he's going to raise, makes it 120.
It's a big hand in the small blind against the big blind, but Matt looks at a jack-8 suited. In the big blind, he's going to make the call. He's got position, he's got the chip lead. Things are going well for him, so let's gamble.
Flop comes up 10-8-5. Matt hitting a pair of eights there.
Action on Soheil. He's making the $250,000 continuation bet here.
Into Matt Stout, who picked up a pair of 8s here. That is now our chip leader, and he makes a fine call right there.
Well, he's called him with the 2 8s. Turn card to 4 diamonds, no help to either player. Soheil's going to check this time. Gives the youngster credit for having something after getting called on the flop, but Matt checks the 2 8s right behind him.
Yeah, going to the river, will it help anyone? No, a king of hearts. What's the wild man going to do? Take a shot at this?
Well,
or slink away in the grass?
It's going to represent that he might have hit the king on the river. He's going to give himself a chance to win this pot because he is going to bet.
Call.
It's 350,000, but unfortunately he was called before he could even get the chips out there by Matt Stout.
Nothing more annoying than that. When you're trying to make your bluff and the guy calls you before you get the chips in, beautifully done by the young Matt Stout.
Well, Vince, Matt Stout has picked Soheil off like a cherry on a tree every time he's made a play at a pot so far. This guy reads him like a book, I can tell you. Terrific call that quick by Matt Stout.
Oh, the snake was skinned right there. Stay tuned. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
For the first place prize of over 900,000.
Matt Stout with 4.5 million in chips. Short stack right now. Curt Kohlberg down to under 700,000. And the antes are going up to 5,000. Blinds are going to be 25 and 50,000.
Action on the WPT champ. Cornel Cimpan looks down at the 3-6 of diamonds.
125.
And he's going to raise it up front with the 6-3. Comes in for 125,000.
Well, he's the Houston Bandit. Going to try to steal this one away. May not work. Soheil right next to him with a pair of deuces.
Well, what the hell? A deuce may come up on the flop, Vince. Let's call.
I think I have a seat.
Now the chip leader, Matt Stout, with just queen 5, won't play that. And our man Curt Kohlberg has a pretty good ace queen.
Vince, when you're on the short stack, it's the kind of hand you're just liable to go with here.
Calling.
And indeed, he's done it. He's moved all in, and I don't blame him. I'd make the same play there.
Yep. Good short stack hand. Now it's on Fro. Eric Froehlich, and he's going to fold. Now the Houston Bandit Cornel, everything's backfiring, but he's saying maybe I should just stick around.
Zero chance of him calling this. You're never going to call an all-in bet with a 6-3, especially with a guy sitting behind him who's still on the pot.
Maybe he's trying to pretend like he doesn't play junk hands, but he finally goes away. Back around to the madman.
Oh, well, here we go. Now, Soheil's the kind of guy that plays sometimes. Deuces are wild.
Where are you going?
This might be the time.
You know what? Certifiable. He's out of his mind.
I'm trying to get a read on him.
Now, that's a tough call for him here.
I can't gamble. I think I got chips. I can't get knocked out. On this hand,
get knocked out, but he's in 4th chip position right now. This will take about half his chips.
You want action, sir?
If he makes this call.
You hate to call off with just a pair of deuces.
Curt plays poker like that Indian statue, never says a word.
No, he is mummified, not going to give any tells away. Curt's wife, always smiling.
If you had more chips, I'd fold, but since...
Explaining his logic out loud. Does he want to gamble here?
Hopefully you got a... What do you got, ace king, ace queen?
He's hoping he's got ace king or ace queen.
Can't get a peep out of Curt.
I called you because...
Wow.
He's made the call and he's read him perfectly. Ace king or ace queen. Curt Kohlberg got knocked out of his other WPT final table appearance when he held ace queen against the under pair of 2 7s.
Curt would like to get some revenge. He's saying just one time, let me flop something big.
They're nuts! It's the nuts! Come on, everybody! Deuce! Deuce!
Oh, boy.
I want to take what he's taking, I'll tell you that much.
Well, he is a happy-go-lucky guy, no doubt about it. And right now, Curt's saying, the last time I got broke with ace-queen, isn't it my turn to win a race here?
Oh, boy.
Well, Curt knows his tournament life on the line here. Oh, and a queen right in the door. It's ace-queen 5. Great flop for Curt Kohlberg. He is out in front. Well, for Soheil to win this fight, he's got to catch a deuce, 2 runners to make a flush, or 2 runners to make it straight.
What? Dealer. 3 of a spade or 4 of a spade will be just fine.
Oh boy, he is a happy underdog. I'll give him that.
Well, that would give him a straight draw and a flush draw. Is the reason he's rooting for one of those 2 cards.
He is still confident, a big smile. Here comes the turn card, and he's going to get
It's a spade.
Well, he got the spade.
Wait.
The show goes on.
Wait. What do we want here?
Any spade or a deuce?
A spade or a deuce.
One spade, butt naked, right here. One spade, butt naked.
Oh boy.
What about the ace of spades? You cool with the ace of spades?
I don't care, even if I lose to a full house. Just give me a spade.
I don't think Soheil's paying attention.
Everybody, spade!
So Soheil needs any spade except the ace of spade, or of course the deuce. Here comes the river.
Dagger in the heart right there for Curt Kohlberg. He went out in Paris with the ace-queen. He's going out at Foxwoods with the ace-queen. Tough beat on the river. Curt Kohlberg out in 5th place.
Oh, he is absolutely stunned. Curt going to take home $199,000.
Good job.
I am sick. I am sick, baby. You guys better call a damn doctor. Call Dr. Phil, call Dr. Ruth, call Dr. Kevorkian. Just call a damn doctor because I'm sick.
Oh.
Get out the straitjacket. He has just knocked out another player. We are down to 4.
I don't really have anything to say right now other than it was a lot of fun to play and a great tournament. Unfortunate it had to end this way.
Total heartbreak for Curt Kohlberg.
Absolute devastation. He could throw that bracelet into the old wood chipper.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Fighting out for this prestigious title. There you see our chip leader, 24-year-old Matt Stout. He's out in front with over $4 million.
That's right. He's a pro out of Vegas. Grew up watching the World Poker Tour, he says, and now it's his dream to take home a title. Let's see if he does it. And he's a 5,000. Blinds are 25 and 50,000. Four-handed poker about to begin. Action going to Cornel Cimpan, the WPT champion, and he looks down at a King 5, quickly folds his hand.
Action over to Soheil. What the hell, Shamseddin? He's got a nice hand here on the button. King, queen of clubs. He's going to raise the youngsters. Makes it 150,000 to go.
Into the chip leader, Matt Stout. He's got a King 10, but he's going to pass. Now, Eric Froehlich, Fro they call him. Eric is a World Series title winner. He was the youngest at the time at age 21.
He's actually won 2 bracelets at the World Series of Poker.
20 attempts here on the World Poker Tour. He's finally made a cash. Well, he's got a queen jack and he's made this call. So two-way action. Here's the flop.
The flop comes 9-6-3 with 2 clubs. Soheil with the best hand and the best draw.
Yeah, Fro doesn't hit anything and he's going to check it. And Soheil with the 4 flush. Makes the continuation bet. He's going to stick out 525,000. Eric.
Just has the lonely queen jack. And he's going to give it up. Look at Soheil, very disappointed. Most people, when they just have a flush draw, are just happy to win the pot. Not this guy. He wants action, Vince. He loves to get his money in with hands like this.
This is one of them.
Well, he is quite a character.
Well, when we saw him at his first WPT final table in Mississippi, we nicknamed him So What the Hell, Shamseddin, because he shrugged and seemed to play a lot of pots and said, oh, what the hell, let's gamble.
Well, look at it this way, boys.
You got to love this guy.
Years from now, you remember this night because you had a good time.
I only have a good time because you're here, Soheil. You're the best. I wish I could have you at every table with me.
Me too.
Me too, for the rest of my life.
Happy-go-lucky, the guys showing their love for him. Eric quickly folding. Cornel. Now with a 7 deuce of hearts.
150.
And look at this. He is the bandit. The Houston Bandit's going to try to steal this one. Makes it 150 to go.
Raising with a 7 deuce. And he's going to win the pot because of it.
Yep, they all fly away. That's why they call him the bandit. Very sneaky player, very aggressive. Plays almost anything.
Pretty incredible to me, Vince, that both Cornel and Soheil are from Houston, Texas. They're playing home games together down there. Here they've traveled to Foxwoods and are at the final table together against these two young, solid players making their first WPT final table appearance.
All right, it's on him right now.
125.
And this time he has an attractive ace-10, makes it 125 to go. Into Soheil with the button, who has an ace-6. And he is interested to play, makes this call.
Well, likes to gamble.
Now Matt Stout out of Vegas quickly folds his hand. And let's see what Efro does. An uneventful 6-3. So he's going to leave it to the seniors.
The two Houstonians going at it here. Both have been at a WPT final table before. Cornel going for his second title.
Well, here's the flop 9-8-7. They both have straight draws. It's a check by Cornel. Soheil with a smaller straight draw, going to bet 150,000, and a quick call by Cornel.
Here comes the turn card. 10 of diamonds. Soheil has made a straight. Cornel has top pair and top kicker.
And Cornel has checked it. Even though you have 10s, very scary. 4 cards come out like that.
You're always fearful your opponent's got a 6 or a jack in their hand. In this case, you'd be right to fear it.
Yeah, Soheil's going to put out 300,000. And there's Soheil's daughter looking very happy on the rail.
Mitch, can you imagine growing up with Soheil as your father? It's either a lifelong Disneyland or I don't know what.
Well, must be fun visiting him at the asylum.
Hey, he's a super nice guy. Just enjoys himself playing poker, that's all.
All right, take it.
Well, he's going to get the fold here. Soheil taking another pot.
Nice lay down by Cornel Cimpan right there. Soheil shows him the straight, and we move on.
Oh, I shows the straight.
4 players left fighting it out for this coveted WPT title.
I dreamed of the day he can play at one of these final tables and maybe take home a title.
Well, this could be the day, Vance. As you can see, he's our big chip leader with 4 players left. So he's got a great shot to take down that WPT title he's dreamed about all his life right here tonight.
All right there you see the graph. And it's the percentage of chips the player has. If you have a green line, that means you have above average chips. A red line means below average. Cards are being dealt. Let's go to the felt. It's going to be on Eric Froehlich. He quickly folds his hand.
And Cornel Cimpan on the button lays his hand down, so we get the battle of the blinds.
And here comes the madman, Soheil, with just a little suited connector. He's going to bump it up. 150,000 to go. Into the chip leader, Matt.
Well, he's got 9-8. He's got position. But look at this, Vince. He doesn't call. He comes over the top for a $200,000 re-raise. He's in position. He's got the chip lead. He knows this other guy will raise with anything, so try to put pressure on him to take the pot away from him here with just a 9 high.
But Soheil is not going anywhere. He's going to make this call. Who will get lucky? Here come the first 3.
Flop comes ace, ace, 8. Nice flop for Matt right there.
Yep, he's got 8s and aces. Soheil has to act first. Nothing materializing for that flop, and he's going to check.
Matt checks right behind him.
Kind of surprised at that. Here comes the turn card.
6 of diamonds on the turn.
Soheil going to check again, and another check. Going to the river.
7 of diamonds comes off. Soheil has absolutely nothing. I'm sure he knows the only way he could possibly win this pot is to bet on it, because truthfully he's just playing the board.
Oh boy, he has bet it.
Call.
And an insta call by the chip leader.
He did this. I didn't know if that meant.
So slow playing those 2 8s paid off for him. He made an extra $500,000 because of it. Vince, on every occasion this final table, Matt Stout has looked up Soheil when he's been making a move on him.
Call.
Matt Stout has picked Soheil off like a cherry on a tree every time he's made a play at a pot so far. This guy reads him like a book, I can tell you.
Look at Matt's father just holding his heart there, rooting their son on. Big title at stake here. And in this hand, Matt quickly folding his hand.
It's over on Eric on the button. Just has a 10-8 offsuit, but has a lot of respect in terms of being viewed as a solid player. So he's going to raise it here on the button, makes it 130,000 to go.
Yeah, he's perceived at this table as very tight, solid. Cornel with ace-jack calls, and behind him, Soheil with ace-king.
I'm all in.
And he's going to go all in. And Eric must be saying, why did I get involved? That stupid button. He folds.
Well, Cornel now has a tough decision to make here, Vince. This is the one player that you might consider calling here with an ace-jack, because you know that Soheil can make this play with any two cards. It so happens he's got Cornel dominated here right now.
James, let me know when he calls, baby.
All right, brother.
Soheil getting up and walking away from the table, something I don't think should be allowed until
Everybody
action is
here.
complete.
Call! Call!
In other words, Cornel should have a right to look at his opponent while he's making his decision, just as his opponent had a right to look at him when he made his.
And finally, Cornel is going to fold it.
He got away from that ace-jack.
Yes, he did.
We are gonna play poker now.
Soheil, never at a loss for words at the table, always smiling, looking like he's having a great time.
Yeah, money.
Let's go to the felt. Eric quickly folding.
Money's getting there, so.
Back around to Cornel on the button, looks at king-queen, nice hand. Gonna make it 125,000 to go.
Right behind him, Soheil with the exact same hand, king-queen as well.
Soheil is gonna make the call.
Now it's on to Matt Stout, who's got just a 5-4, and he goes away.
I'm surprised he laid that down with 320,000 in the pot.
James!
Cost him 75,000 to call, but he's out.
You know, no. What comes now? Check dark. Announce.
All right. Soheil's going to check dark.
Well, again, he checks dark, meaning whatever comes out there, he's not betting. Well, flop comes 10-9-5. Both players have the same hand, a king-queen, meaning they both have a gut shot straight draw.
And they both check. Turn card, ace, diamonds.
I check dark. I just forgot to say it.
Well, Cornel's going to make a nice bet here, going to represent that he has an ace. So he's bet 150,000. And now, Soheil sits back down. He just has the gut shot straight draw. Only has king high, but look at this, Vince. He's calling 150,000.
I check dark.
And again, he checks dark. Well, that'll scare you. And now the board pairs tens.
I check.
Now Cornel checks there, going to split this pot. Both players have a king and a queen.
Can't win, sir.
Thank you. You got the same hand? Yeah.
You gotta love somebody. He's playing for $1 million. They can enjoy himself like this, Vince.
More players remain here on the World Poker Tour. We'll come back with more action in just a few moments. Up we go. Eric looks down at a pretty good ace-jack of clubs.
And as you said, he's got just over 900,000, which is the short stack. He goes all in. Not going to fool around with a moderation raise where somebody could come in there and outdraw him. He's just saying, if you got this hand beat, good luck to you.
Cornel out. Soheil. He's going to lay down ace-8.
Nice lay down by him.
You got it.
And Matt Stout can't play, so a little power poker there by the short stack.
And picks up the blinds and antes, which right now total 95,000. So adds 10% to a stack by picking up blinds and antes.
All right, back to the felt. Soheil first to act. This time he's got a pair of fours.
We know he likes these little pairs. He's not going anywhere. In fact, he's going to toot it up a little. Makes it 150,000 to go.
Matt going out. Back on Eric, and Eric's picked up a big hand. Ace King.
Come on.
He's going to ship it here. He's gone all in with an Ace King. Cornel going out.
Back on Soheil. Soheil usually don't like to call off your money with the little pairs, but he's up. Before he said he doesn't mind gambling when he has a lot of chips, and right now he has a lot of chips.
Well, it's going to cost him over 800,000 to make this call, though, and against a tight player, Vince.
Wow.
Mathematically not really correct to make this call. And I say that because the best you're going to be in is a race situation.
He's going to call it.
Well, Vince, that's a big call this time. Over 825,000, and we have a classic race situation.
Keep it low!
Lucy, I'm home!
I haven't sat in here. Last time I sat here, I won.
Notice the difference in personalities, Vince. One guy scared to death. The other guy directing traffic among the crowd, sitting in the stands, visiting them.
Such a bad call.
He's a gambler. You know?
I know. Same thing with you. Well, I mean, obviously I want him. Yeah. Tighter than anyone. I want anyone calling fours, but.
Well, the crowd hollering for a 4.
I feel like I'm golfing.
Feels like he's golfing. He's hollering 4. Well, that means he hits the ball astray too, Vince. Just like he plays poker sometimes. Let's see if it works for him here.
Here's the flop.
Well, 10-5 deuce. So far, so good for Soheil. As the cards lie, Eric is going to have to catch an ace or a king or 2 running cards to make it straight to win this pot. Well, the 9 of spades comes off, so we are down to the river. Eric Froehlich, the 25-year-old, is going to have to catch an ace or a king on the river, or he's going to be our 4th place finisher.
Wake me up when it's done.
There it is, 8 of diamonds. So once again, Soheil winning a race to take a player out at this final table.
Efro in a state of shock. Going to go home with 232,000.
The best you could, buddy.
He's going to be our 4th place finisher.
It's a terrible call, but it sucks.
There you go, Mr. Maniac.
And the Wild Man has done it again. Knocked out another player. We're down to 3.
Soheil can keep playing like this and win the tournament. Like, you just have to catch cards, and he's catching cards. So obviously, pocket 4s is either going to be an 80-20 dog or 50-50. So it's a call that I want him to make every time. It's really, 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 really not good against me. But you know, this time didn't work out. It is what it is. I think Matt's playing really well. I think he's got position on Soheil, and Soheil's going to come off our chips. He's playing crazy, and Matt's been really on his game all week, so I expect him to take it down.
Welcome back to the World Poker Finals, where 3 players remain.
Well, there you see the fastest players to get to 2 titles, and you can enter Cornel Cimpan's name there in 4th place among that elite list of players if he can win this title tonight. That's impressive.
2 vets against a young 24-year-old internet pro. Let's go to the table. Lines are going up to 30 and 60,000, Mike. Action going to Soheil with the button and a king 4. And he won't play. Now Matt Stout with just a 3-4. And he's going to raise, going to get aggressive. Makes it 150,000 to go. Into the bandit who has just a 5-10. He's going to call it.
Well, Vance, this is just a position call, as we say. Can't have a much worse hand than a 10-5 offsuit, but he just wants to see what's going to happen if the guy's going to continue to fire at the pot, or if he can steal the pot, or maybe get lucky and flop something like 3 5s like he's done. Unbelievable.
Thing of beauty. Now, Matt's going to come out at 225.
I raise.
Cornel with a 3 of a kind says raise. Kind of surprising to me. Why chase this guy away?
Well, they might catch a 6 and win the pot. That's one reason.
Let him.
Easy for you to say.
I'm all in.
Sometimes you got to gamble in this game of poker, and he's going all in. I'm surprised at this.
Well, that's a $2 million all-in bet here. Matt,
what are you afraid of? He has an overpair. Let him outdraw. If he can, he can. I don't understand this. I think it's a mistake by the bandit. but he's going to take this pot right there.
A huge overbet. Obviously hoping his opponent had a big overpair, might give him some action. I'm like you, I would have slow played it a little bit more, but
Milk that Holstein.
He just took it down right there.
All right, to Matt this time with the button, quickly folding his hand. And now the Bandit with a 9 deuce. He's just going to call this. And Soheil behind him with a 9-4, content to see a flop.
Put some garbage, Jennifer. Garbage.
Normally, both of us start the hand with garbage, so garbage would be starts fireworks and stuff.
That is true.
Now flop comes king 7-4. Cornell's going to check, and Soheil with bottom pair checks right behind him.
I'm on a run a flush draw.
Now deuce comes off.
You got clubs?
Now Cornel is going to bet here. This is a value bet, folks. He's betting 100,000, thinking he has the best hand with the 2 deuces since Soheil checked on the flop.
Just in case a heart comes.
Well, just in case a heart comes, he says.
One
but
heart.
in truth,
Give it to him.
he's calling with just 2
Any
4s.
heart.
Give it to him.
So I can rob him. One heart so I can rob him.
Heart.
Well, 10 of spade comes off. Cornell checks.
One pair.
Soheil checks
One
the 2
pair.
4s. He's going to win the pot.
You so lucky.
Well, that's just amazing. These guys are having so much fun. And that's with so much money and prestige on the line. Give them credit for being able to do that when the stakes are this
Did we
high.
tell you we're getting there with garbage?
More action on the World Poker Tour.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
All right, Cornel Cimpan in the small blind with just a 9-5, and the Houston Bandit is going to call.
So he's gonna check.
No, I can't.
What?
No. Not this time, not this time, not
Let's
this
go.
time.
We'll waste time.
All he had to say
Well,
was
Cornell trying to get him to check so he could see a cheap flop there, but
Who did I have? I had
with 2
9-5.
8, Soheil says, oh no, my friend, I'm going to raise, and Cornell just mucked his hand immediately. Let's move on.
2 flush draws, 2
353 started out in this event 5 days ago. We're down to these 3.
down
Cornell's
to
gonna make it
6-5 of
150.
clubs. He raised it to 150,000.
Now Soheil with a queen 10 of diamonds, contemplating this.
And he's singing, humming, having a big time here.
What is he doing?
That's
He is going to make the call.
No, when you said 150, I'm thinking
Just
this
gonna
is
call.
155,
Oh, okay,
and I
okay,
picked
okay.
up 6 of these.
because you know that that's terrorism. Like you're
Now
acting like
Matt.
you're gonna raise it. You know.
Matt's not going to play a 7-4.
He gets out of their way.
Check in the dark. He's gonna check in the dark.
Well, there we go. Another check in the dark. The famed play by Soheil. Well, here comes the flop. Come Queen Jack 9. Great flop for Soheil, but he checked
All
in the
right,
dark.
let's see
He
that
has
turn
top
first.
pair and open in straight draw. Cornell quickly checking behind him.
And a 7 of clubs on the turn.
This does give Cornell a flush draw, but Soheil's now going to bet 150,000, and he's quickly called by Cornell.
Down to the river. Oh, look at this. Another club, 3 of clubs. That makes the flush for Cornell.
Unbelievable. He's backdoored the flush. Soheil's betting 200,000.
Come on, pay me off.
I'm thinking about it.
Thank you.
Cornell
Make it 500.
is going to raise here. Forget about paying him off. He's going to make it a
What is
$500,000.
that?
Now, my friend, it's your turn to pay him off.
Oh boy, this is going to sting if he does pay him off.
Soheil, this is going to be a curiosity call, Vince. He does call the extra 300,000, and he sees the flush. And there's a time that the check in the dark didn't pay off for the guy on the flop, Vince. Had he bet on the flop, he'd have won the pot right there.
Smile has dissipated quickly from Soheil. There's a big swing there for Cornel. As 3 players remain, we're coming back with more exciting action from Foxwoods in just a moment. What a character. But right now, he's down. He's in the short stack, Mike.
And the math doesn't quite add up. He knocked out the 4 players to get to this final table. He's knocked out 2 of them at this final table already, yet here he is in 3rd place with 3 players left.
All right, quick fold by Matt Stout. And now Cornel with just a 6-4. Gonna call, and behind him Soheil with a 3 deuce, not gonna raise. So we're gonna see the flop.
Now it's 10-7-3. Cornel checks a gut shot straight draw. And Soheil's gonna bet bottom pair. 150,000. Cornel's gonna call him with the gut shot straight draw, looking for the miracle 5.
Turn card coming, and it's a 3. Beautiful card for Soheil. Makes 3 of a kind. Cornel quickly check it again.
Soheil has 3 trays, and it looks like he is going to bet them. 350,000.
Not going to slow play it.
Put you on the 3. 3 comes.
Put you on the 3. He's hit the nail on the head here. Well, he lays his hand down.
Show 6.
Yeah, that's got to be a little disappointing for Soheil.
Can't anymore. There's no more showing, boys.
Thought we were all friends.
We are. I just can't show good hands.
Good hands?
Yeah, I can't.
Good hands are the bad ones.
I can show bluffs, but I can't show good hands.
And now he says, I can't show the hand.
Only 1.
Look at this. The Wonder Cam comes up.
Cornel Cimpan would have made the straight, Ben, so it's a good thing Soheil didn't slow play those 3 threes. He would have lost that pot.
I am here for Soheil Shamseddin, my father. He's crazy. He's an absolute maniac, but there is a method to the madness. He knows the players. He knows what he's doing. When he explains the hand, there's always a method behind it. Even though to everyone else we think he's crazy, there's something else going on that's legit. And of course, I'm just here to root him on and ride the roller coaster ride that he puts me on in these games.
Wow, she has got her father figured out.
She's right about it too, Vince. Her stomach has got to be going upside down when you got to sweat this guy in.
All right, and with that, the antes are going up to 10,000. Blinds 40 and 80,000. And right now, back to Matt. Quick fold by him with 7 deuce.
Well, Vince, his strategy, even though he hadn't caught any cards lately, is just to stay out of the way, let these 2 guys fight it out, where he can get a chance to play heads up with his title
160.
and move up several hundred thousand more in real money.
Well, the Houston Bandit with ace 10 this time. Gonna make it 160 to go.
I want Robin. Because right now, normally I say, ship it. I won't rob the man. We'll see a flop.
Well, he's made the minimum raise here, Vince, and he's going to get called because Soheil is priced in, as we say, to make the call with the Queen 8. Here comes a flop. Oh, when a queen comes right on the flop.
How about Queen 8?
It's come Queen 8-4. Unbelievable. Soheil has flopped the top 2 pair.
And Cornel is checked with just ace high. Soheil gonna bet his top 2. It's 250,000. Not gonna play it slow. Sometimes the obvious way when you hit is to check it, play it slow.
Cornel looked down there to see if he had the ace of hearts, I'm sure, which he does have, but he's still 2 hearts away from making a flush. He's gonna call him with ace high, Vince. That's because of the style of this player that you make this call, thinking you may have the best hand with ace high, believe it or not. And now the board pairs 4s. Again, Cornel checks. Well, it's a disturbing card if you're sitting in Soheil's seat. You got top 2 pair, your opponent called. You're afraid he's got bottom pair, might have made trips, but you're gonna bet anyway. You're just not gonna give him a free draw where he could make a straight or a flush to beat you.
Yeah, he's bet 400,000. Now Cornel with really not much of a hand at all.
As the cards lie, he would have to catch an ace on the river to win this pot to make aces up. But if he calls here, it'll because he thinks ace high could very well be the best hand. He knows this guy's capable of bluffing and making a lot of plays. They play a lot together down in Houston. Here they are at the final table on the World Poker Tour, battling out for the over $900,000 first place prize. And Cornel has made the call here.
Let's see if he can get lucky. He's going to need it, and no, it's a jack of diamonds. No help for Cornel.
And again, he checks the ace high. Soheil has got the queens up, and he's going to fire here with queens and eight, 600,000.
Oh, he just wants to punish the Houston Bandits some more. This is turning into a massive pot.
Well, that's the only thing Cornel could beat is a stone cold bluff. Of course, he knows Soheil is capable of making such a bluff. Well, once again, Soheil gets up and leaves the table before the action is complete, something I don't think they should allow.
Cornel, you look good on TV, buddy.
Now Soheil out there laughing and giggling. Cornel just contemplating what to do. It's a huge pot out there. Does he want to put another 600,000 in?
Tell me what you have and I'll tell you what to do.
Can I phone a friend?
James, let the man use his lifeline.
Whatever he wants. 600,000.
I said, let the guy use the lifeline.
Best to flop. Soheil.
Wow, he's made the call with the ace high. He's not going to like it. And just because Soheil is such a crazy player that bluffed so many times, he got paid off for an extra $1 million on 4th and 5th Street because of his style of play.
3 players remain, going after over 900,000. We're coming back with more action. Stay with us on the World Poker Tour.
Sort of sitting back, watching these guys clash it out there. And in the meantime, Soheil has caught him in chip count. It's a dead heat. Soheil looks down at a pair of sevens. Got the 2 walking sticks.
Yeah, he's got the button. And what's his decision here?
250.
And he's going to raise it to 250.
And here's Matt Stout with a queen 9 of clubs. That's in the small blind. Makes this guy never calls. He comes over the top, or he bets, or he's just not in there. Here he makes it 750,000.
Yeah. Cornel going out with king 8. And Soheil is not going anywhere. He's going to make the call with the 7s.
So he calls 500,000 more. So folks, here's the 2 chip leaders going at it here. Here comes the flop. Let's come 10-8-3 rainbow.
Gives an inside straight draw there for Matt.
But Jack would give him the nuts, as we say, the best hand possible. He's going to check. And Soheil quickly checks 2 7s right behind him.
Going to the turn.
4 comes off.
Yep, no help to either player.
Action back on Matt.
1 million.
Oh, he's going to bet $1 million. Just not going to assume that Soheil had a pair in his hand because he didn't bet on the flop after he got checked to. So he's going to bet here to try to take down this pot.
Soheil, you don't look too shabby yourself.
Cornel and Soheil with that special bond between them.
If I was Cornel, I wouldn't be talking right now because I'd want these 2 guys to play a monster pot, or one of them would get broke. And I'd move up to at least 2nd place and have a chance to play for this title.
Yeah, I may be laying down the best hand. But I think
Soheil has a very tough situation. Bet you just can't imagine if a guy had an overpair, he would have checked on a flop with 1.6 million in the pot. You're more afraid that he would have 3 10s or 3 8s here than you'd be worried about an overpair. It's a tough decision for Soheil here. But if he makes the right decision and plays this pot, chances are he could be the huge chip leader when it's over.
I'm probably laying down the best hand.
Ooh. And he's going to lay it down.
Well, he does lay it down, so the youngster, Matt Stout, made a great $1 million bet there on the turn to pick up that pot. The mistake was made by Soheil, in my opinion, by not betting on the flop when his opponent checked to him. Find out where you're at right now. Make a bet with those 2 sevens. Chances are he'd won that pot rather than lost it.
Good hand or good bet, man.
Thanks. Well, patience pays off the mat. He's our new chip leader. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour. World Poker Finals.
And there you see the prize payouts. First place, over $900,000. Third, $265,000. So substantial difference in prize money from first to third place.
And right now, the chip leader is Matt Stout with about 5.5 million in chips. Soheil Shamseddin with about 3.6. And now on the short stack, Cornel Cimpan. He looks at his cards and he's picked up a big hand, pair of ladies.
Well, blinds are 40 and 80,000. Cornel sitting with just over 1.3 million in chips. You know he's going to play this pot. You know he's going to raise it. Let's see how much.
I'm all in.
Oh,
he's going all in. He's making the overbet.
Not going to take any chances with this. And he gets 2 quick folds.
I'm really surprised at that all-in bet, Vince. You think he bet about 200,000 and give them a chance to either play the pot or possibly try to bluff them by coming over the top of him, but he shuts them out when he moves all in. Maybe he was hoping that they had something like an ace-9 and thought he might have something weaker and call him, but wasn't to be.
No, it isn't. And he's got to be disappointed. He didn't grab more money when you get a quality hand like queens. You want a little bit more of a payoff. But here we go again. Action's going to be on Soheil. As he looks down at a junky 8-5, and he elects to fold. But Matt Stout has picked up a nice ace-10.
He's in the small blind. He's going to raise it. Makes it 200,000 to go. Oh, and Cornel picking up another monster.
I'm all in.
He's got ace-king all in and quickly called by Matt.
Nice one. Wow, you snapped me like that. Ah, good luck.
And right now, Cornel Cimpan in great shape to double up here. He has his opponent dominated. It's ace-king versus ace-10. And if Cornel wins this pot, we'll have a virtual 3-way tie in chip count. But if Matt gets lucky and wins this pot, he'll be the monster chip leader playing heads up for this title.
Cornel Cimpan picking up queens, and then back-to-back goes to ace-king. He's got to be loving this. Already took down 1 WPT title. Going after a second tonight. Will his hand hold up? Here's the flop.
The flop comes Jack, 8 deuce with 2 spades. So as the cards lie, Matt needs a 10 to take the lead. 2 running spades or 2 running cards to make a straight would also give him the win. If the board pairs twice, they would split the pot.
Matt looking a little dismal there, hoping for a turnaround.
Well, the king comes off, but even though that paired Cornel, Matt can still win the pot by catching a queen. That would give him an ace-high straight. He needs a lucky lady to knock Cornel out here. A king comes off on the river.
Nice hand.
So Matt Stout takes a big hit for the first time at this final table.
Nice hand.
Thank you.
Well, folks, with that hand, we are just about out of time here at the Foxwoods Resort Casino.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
We started 5 days ago with 353 players. We are down to our final 3. The winner tonight is going to take home over $900,000.
And as you can see, they have about the same amount of chips, about the same percentage of chips. A star about to be born here at Foxwoods. The antes are 10,000, blinds 40 and 80,000. The cards have been dealt. Let's go to the felt. Action on the self-proclaimed sick man himself, Soheil Shamseddin. He's got a queen 10, pretty good starting hand.
Well, he's on the button, in position as we say. He's going to make it 225,000 to go.
It's the young internet pro. Matt Stout quickly folding now. Cornel Cimpan from Houston. Look at this. He picks up the bullets. Pair of aces.
Cornel going for his second WPT title tonight. And this is a good way to put another trophy on the mantle, Vince, when you pick up 2 aces in the big blind after someone's raised it.
I'm all in.
Wow, he's going all in here for nearly $3.5 million.
That would seem like an overraise to me. And he chases away his victim, Soheil. I'm kind of surprised at that. I mean, you got quality hand. You're not supposed to chase them away. You're supposed to get some value for your aces. If you get beat, you get beat.
You know, sometimes players like to make over bets because it looks suspicious, like they don't have a big hand. Maybe that's what he was trying to do, but I'm with you, Vince. Seemed like a vast over bet to me. I would have raised it much smaller than that in hopes to get some action.
All right, back to this hand. Matt Stout with a 6-5 of hearts. Going to come out of the blocks and raise it to 200,000. Cornel going out. And now Soheil, the sick man, with a king 9. The sick man because he calls himself a sick man at the poker table. He plays wild. He's going to make this call, Mike.
I like so what the hell, Shamseddin, a little bit better. Here comes a flop. Oh, what a flop for Soheil. He's flopped 3 kings. It's come king, king, 4 with 2 hearts.
What a thing of beauty.
Matt Stout has flopped a flush draw. Soheil leads right out and bets 150,000 into the pre-flop raiser.
Doesn't do the obvious. Usually when a guy takes over control in first position, he's not that strong. Soheil playing this nicely because we know he is that strong.
Matt Stout with the flush draw is going to make the call.
Yep. Hoping to get lucky. Here's the turn card, and he does get lucky. Look at that card.
3 of hearts comes off. Matt Stout has made a flush. Soheil has 3 kings. Action on him. He's going to lead right out and bet 300,000. Well, Matt has the flush, so my guess he's going to raise it. That's when you have 2 little hearts in this situation, like he does. You don't want to just call here and give your opponent a chance to hit a heart in case he's got a heart in his hand, which would beat you.
Good point.
So he's certainly going to raise it here. And Matt doing just that. He's going to raise it up to 720,000. Even though Soheil has 3 kings, if you're sitting in this seat, you're pretty petrified right now. You think your opponent's either got a flush, a full house, or at worst 3 kings with a bigger kicker.
I'm all in.
Call.
But Soheil goes all in. Doesn't even hesitate. He's quickly called by Matt.
I got a flush against
and as
this
the cards
trip
line,
kings.
Matt Stout about an 80% favorite to knock Soheil Shamseddin out of this tournament.
3-4, 9 king.
I have him covered.
You have him covered?
100%.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's facing elimination. I have a flush. Tell him he has 3 of a kind, needs a king, a 3, a 4, or a 9.
It's a $6.5 million pot here. Whoever wins it's going to be the monster chip leader at this final table.
Soheil would be out if he loses.
He's got to catch a king, a 9, a 4, a 3. That's it. Nothing else will do for him.
Deuce.
God! And a 9 comes off on the river. Oh, no! So what the hell, Shamseddin?
I guess I won. I haven't looked.
Says, what the hell? Let me sit back down and play some more. A terrible beat for the young internet star, Matt Stout. The tournament was probably his if he wins that pot.
He's got a lot of class, shakes hands. He's almost broke right now.
I tried to get it in good. So.
But won a tournament event, Soheil Shamseddin is now a massive chip leader.
It could go either way. Either way.
Wild Poker continuing from Foxwood. Stay with us on the World Poker Tour. 20,000. Let's go to the felt.
I run into 2
Action
others
on Cornel.
on tournament.
The Houston Bandit. He's got a queen deuce and he mucks it.
3 or 4, you know.
Soheil Shamseddin now looks down at the worst hand you can have, a 7 deuce. It is suited though, but he lays it down.
Yeah. Matt gets lucky, gets to stick around, wins that without any effort.
Not often the very, very, very short stacks get a ground skinner, as we say, meaning you give them the blinds and the antes.
Okay, next hand, Soheil quickly folding 7-6. Now Matt's going to push it all in. He's got king 8. It's desperado time, but Cornel with an ace deuce has made the call.
Sorry, yeah, I was calling, obviously.
Well, as the cards lie, Cornel Cimpan, about a 3-2 favorite to win this spot and eliminate Matt Stout from this tournament.
I'm the favorite, though. I'm the lucky guy. You didn't know that. I might just flop kings full.
Well, so far so good for Matt as he outdraws his opponent on the flop. Come 8-7-3.
Oh, I got the spades covered.
Nice little comeback.
I saw your
His
deuce
hand
of
should
spades.
hold up here.
Well, Matt's got 2-8s now.
He's going to turn a wheel with like a wheel draw
Comes
with
the
like a
turn,
4, right?
9 of hearts, also good for Matt.
So we are down to the river. The only way Cornel Cimpan can win this spot is to catch an ace on the river. Nothing else will do for him.
Have I not been unlucky enough in this tournament, Cornel?
Oh, it's a king. Matt has made kings up. Didn't need it though, just had to dodge an ace, which he did.
Back to the grind.
And Vince, he's back in it with $1 million.
We're coming back too from Foxwoods on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us.
3 guys are going to add their name to that list of winners here.
We have some problems for Matt Stout, still on the short stack. But this time he's picked up the double skirt, the pair of queens.
Well, he's on the button, Vince, being very deliberate.
Oh.
Finally goes all in.
Behind him, the Houston Bandit, Cornel with an ace-9.
Just called an all-in bet of Matt's with an ace-deuce a moment ago. Here he's going to lay down an ace-9.
Kind of surprising. I want to beat his Soheil, but he doesn't have much of a hand here, just a 10-7.
No. Somebody wake up with like 4s.
Queen.
See, Matt wanted action there with the 2 queens.
Ridiculous,
A
isn't it?
very good read there by Cornel. Perhaps there was a tell there that he saw, because
Supposed to
I'm
double me
kind
up.
of surprised he dropped ace-9.
All right, fair
Matt
enough.
Stout picking up the blinds and antes, and it's not insignificant. It's $225,000 a pop.
Again.
All right, blinds are still 60 and 120,000. Matt coming back a little bit, and this time it's on Soheil. He's got 4-3 offsuit. He quickly folds.
Oh.
Now Matt Stout, a Jack-5 says all in. Cornel with a junky 3 deuce.
He's not going to call with that hand, that's for sure.
And look at this.
There you go, 3 times in a row. Matt Stout on the short stack has moved all in.
Real big.
He doubled up once.
Not better than it
Picked
looked.
up the blinds there.
Backing his way back here. He deserves it. After that awful beat on the river early on against the Madman. All right, action this time back on Matt. He's got a little suited connector. 4-5 of diamonds.
All in.
Again, he goes all in.
Cornel's got king-5.
These are not 2 guys you want to just keep moving all in against, because eventually you're going to get called, and you don't want that to happen with 5-4.
I'm gonna bid your high card.
It's gonna work.
Add it together.
Nobody's calling him yet.
Add it together.
Matt Stout picking up another set of blinds and antes.
Back with a bad rash. We're coming back too. Stay with us here on the World Poker Tour.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
As you can see, the guy with most of the chips is Soheil Shamseddin. He's got close to 6 million. Cornel Cimpan with 3 million. And Matt Stout still sticking around with about 1.5. All right, to the table. Quick fold by Matt Stout.
On the same hand he just moved all in with a minute ago, the 5-4 diamonds.
And Cornel Cimpan now with a
350.
deuce is going to make it 350 to go.
Look at this. Soheil has picked up a pair of 10s.
And that is big in a 3-handed poker game.
But he's just calling here, Vince.
Starting to like my fold.
Oh, yeah?
Matt says he likes his fold. We will see.
He won't like it now. He folded the 4-5 of diamonds. He'd had a pair and a straight flush draw.
Houston Bandit with just deuces checks. Soheil gonna play this really slow. Checks his 10s. It's overpair.
I'm very surprised to check that.
A 3 on the turn.
Again, it goes check, check very quickly here.
River card coming up.
And now a king comes off. Again, it's checked, and Soheil never took a bet with these two tens. Very timid play here, Vince.
It's extremely surprising. I mean, self-proclaimed sick man, wild guy at the poker table.
Maybe it wasn't so good.
Yeah, how could he not bet on the flop or the turn when his opponent checked twice?
I don't get it.
On that board, if I had 2 small red cards, I win.
I'll tell you one thing. Since he's taken the chip lead, he's playing very timid, conservative poker. Forget about the wildness he's talking about.
All right, and this time he's got a big hand. King, queen, offsuit.
And he's in position on the button. He is going to raise it. Comes in for 250,000.
Matt, sick that he didn't call that last hand, get involved. He would have had all the goods, but this time he folds a 4-deuce.
Cornel's picked up 2 8s. It's a big hand in a 3-handed poker game.
Yes, it is.
Cornel is playing a conservative as well.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing Soheil did last hand, not raising with a solid pair. Okay, he's going to try to trap a little bit and land something, but he doesn't get it there.
Up comes King 9 deuce. Cornel checks.
Soheil hitting top pair.
And he's going to bet.
400 grand. And this is the time Cornel must be saying to himself, what did I do?
Yeah.
Dummy.
Well, 2 overcards are out there.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to play the guessing game, as we say, with 2 8s. So he just gives them up.
Very surprising how both these guys have played 8s and 10s. So Soheil taking down a nice pot.
And right now, his daughter is standing by with a few words.
I describe my father as he's a great poker player. But he's wild and crazy. If he won this, it would just rock. It would be awesome. I cannot wait to go back to the hotel room tonight and celebrate because he's taking this home.
And that is Soheil's daughter, Sohelia. It's kind of curious, Mike. It's kind of like you naming your son, Mike-ya.
How about Vince-ya?
Oh.
How about I don't get you?
I don't care ya. Let's go back down to the felt. Quick fold by Matt Stout with queen 3. Now Cornel Cimpan has a 6-3.
He's got the 6-3 of hearts. I'd like to see a flop with that hand, so he makes the call.
And Soheil with a king 8 of hearts. Not going to press, just calls. We're going to see the flop.
Here comes the flop. It's 10-3 deuce. Action on Cornel. He's got second pair.
But he checks. Quick check behind him by Soheil. Turn card comes up. It's an 8. That is good for Soheil.
Cornel's now going to bet, though, 150,000. Quickly called by Soheil.
Down to the river. Another 8. Look at that.
Cornel now checks. Soheil now trying to figure out how much he can extract from his opponent. About 600,000 in the pot. He's going to bet 300,000.
Could be the right amount. We will see.
Cornel's probably figuring, geez, maybe the guy's got a straight draw or a flush draw. All my 2 3s are good. He's going to look him up to find out. He makes the call. Not going to like it as Cornel loses the pot to 3 8s.
Yeah, very frustrated right there. So Soheil Shamseddin, the sick man at the table, extends his chip lead. And Cornel now back down in 3rd. We'll come back with more from Foxwoods. Stay with us. 70% of the chips at this point. Let's go to the felt. Action on Matt Stout.
All in.
And this time with King Jack says all in.
Can't blame him for that, man. It's a pretty good hand on the button.
Wow, Cornel's picked up the ladies.
I'm all in.
He goes back over the top all in.
Looks like we're gonna play some poker.
Around to Soheil. He says, let me find something here now. I'll take them both out and end this thing. He looked down at a 10-9.
You guys both all in?
Yeah.
He's going to exit the area and let these 2 guys fight it out. It's the King Jack of clubs for Matt. It's 2 queens for Cornel.
2 queens.
If I win this hand, my actual money coming to me goes up $100,000.
Come on, King.
Whatever happened,
Good luck.
great. Good job.
Here's a little
Let's run this one together.
mountain feel
This is
here.
always the most fun.
It's nice to see at the poker game.
Palsy, wowsy.
Put the queen 10 of clubs out there. Queen 10 of clubs, deuce of
Can Matt
spades.
get lucky? Not there.
5-4-4 on
That's
the
not a fun
flop.
flop. I like the 3rd
Matt
card.
needs 2 running clubs to make
The
a
4
flush.
clubs.
Two running jacks or a king to win this spot and eliminate Cornel from the tournament. An ace comes on the turn.
That's not a fun card.
Matt Stout must catch a king on the river to eliminate Cornel from this tournament.
More chips than him.
Doesn't happen as the 6 of diamonds comes off. So once again, Cornel doubles up. And once again, Matt Stout on the extreme short stack with 3 players left.
Boy.
I had this stack a few minutes ago.
Devastation, but he puts on a smile nevertheless.
Totally, sir.
Yeah, Vince. He knows he's taking home over $250,000 no matter
I'm
what
gonna fold
happens.
that with this stack. I might as well quit poker, right?
Okay, actions on Cornel Cimpan. He looks down at a queen 8 offsuit.
It's 345.
He's going to come in for $350,000, just enough to cover Matt Stout.
Now Soheil, the sick man, looks down at a pretty good ace-6.
Aw, you're both gonna try.
He's just gonna call it. He knows he wants to get Matt Stout out, that Matt might be committed with anything.
He obviously is, Vince, as he's making the call with the 3 deuce here.
Yeah.
You know, he just figures he's got to win $1 million pot to get back in things. Why not gamble getting 2 to 1 on your money here? And he's doing it.
Can he get lucky? There's the flop. 6, 6, 9. Not good for Matt. Soheil hits 3 of a kind.
Well, he leads out and bets $120,000, the minimum bet. That's enough for Cornel to go away. So we're down to 2 players now, and the only way Matt Stout can win this pot, he must catch 2 running hearts, or he's got to catch 2 cards to make a straight.
I got 3 6s.
Matt, good run, buddy.
I should at least get a sweat card here,
If it comes
right?
9-9, they would split the pot as well.
Soheil,
Yes,
where
sir.
are you? Give me the 4 hearts. Can I have the 4 hearts?
Give the man a 4 of hearts.
Sweet. Thank you, sir.
Well, he wants the 4
Give
hearts
him.
just so we
Give
don't
it
have a
to
sweat
him.
at the river.
Fish it out of the deck. He requested it.
Let's take a look at the turn.
Not a hard card or a straight
4
card.
hearts.
It's going to be
Give
over.
me a sweat.
Well, that's a deuce of diamonds, and it doesn't matter if another deuce comes up. Matt knows he's beat. His tournament is finished. He'll be out in 3rd place.
Matt Stout gonna pick up $265,000. What a play.
Great game. Enjoyed it. I'm sure we'll see each other many
We
more
will.
times, and you'll have your chance.
I owe you 2.
You got it.
You
You got it.
I mean, I can only get my money in good against Soheil so many times.
I'm all in.
Oh. The king 9 against my flush down there on the river after we got it all in on the turn. So I can do it. I did my best. I played great for 6 days, and I can't decide fate.
Oh, man, that feels so good. Oh, my God.
And it's not over, so
5 days of grueling, long hours of poker.
Security.
Folks, this is what happens when you play
Who's
this much
feeling
poker.
sorry for us? All right, I guess I'll go back to work.
His daughter says, get up. You can't lay down on the job. There's more work to be done. You got 1 more spot to move up.
Pretty ladies at Fox was dumping the cash on the table. It's going to go to one of these great players from Houston, Texas.
Well, Vince, they can really see up close now what they're playing for.
Heads-up action about to begin right after this. Let's go to the felt. Let's watch this thing.
Well, action's on Soheil. He's on the button. He looks down at Jack 8 offsuit, and he makes the call.
Now Cornel with ace-6.
Well, he just checks here, Vince. I'm a little surprised by that. When your opponent limps in on the button, usually you raise when you got ace high in the blind, but that didn't happen. And the flop comes 8-4-4. A good flop for Soheil as he flopped 2 pair. He now has the lead.
Cornel quickly checked, and Soheil with his pair going to bet $300,000.
Well, Cornel very well aware that this guy can be betting with any 2 cards. He's going to make the call with the ace high. Need a lot of help to win this pot. A 10 comes off on the turn. Now again, Cornel checks. And again, Soheil reaching for chips.
Soheil gonna bet it again with the 8s. Looks like a $500,000.
Well, now you're sitting in Cornel's seat and you're saying, wish I'd have raised this before the flop to find out where I'm at a little bit better. He's going to lay down the ace high here. And it turned out to be a good lay down. So the rich get richer here. Soheil extends his chip lead by winning the first pot.
Do you have anything?
Yes, sir. Cards being dealt again. Action goes back on Cornel. Let's take a peek at what he has here.
Oh, he's got a monster hand. 2 queens on the button.
Last has a match
spot earlier with 2 queens at this final time. I notice he just limps in, casually talking like he doesn't have much. But look at this. Soheil has picked up ace king. He's got big slick. Both players have a giant hand. And if all the money doesn't get in here, I'll be shocked.
Well, Soheil has raised it to 420.
I'm all in.
I'll call.
It's all in and called. It's the kind of hands that it doesn't matter which hand you have, an ace, king, or 2 queens. When you're playing heads-up poker, it's all going in before the flop if you can get it there. And I don't care what hand you've got. That's just the way the game is played. You just have to get lucky and win the race. Let's see who's going to do it.
Soheil goes to the family.
If Soheil wins this race, he'll be our champion. If not, Cornel will double up.
Cornel needs the queens to hold up, and that's a good flop for him. 10-6-5 on the flop.
Indeed it is. He's trying to dodge aces and kings at the moment. So far, the 2 queens out in front. Well, 3 of hearts comes off on the turn. So we are down to the river.
Ace, king.
Soheil Shamseddin can take this title if an ace or a king comes up on the river. Let's see if it does so. Nope. 8 of diamonds comes off. Cornel gives it the double fist pump as he knows he has doubled up to stay alive.
Soheil gets back into gear. They come back. Right now he's down to about, still has 59% of the chips at the table. Still has a lot of chips.
Soheil still has the chip lead, but cut down dramatically.
All right, this hand, Cornel's got a little pair of 3s. He's just got to limp in. Shocking.
Because on average, you're only going to pick up a pair once out of 17 deals playing Hold'em. Here he's done it twice in a row, but just, again, limps in on the button.
Soheil with a pretty good ace-7.
Well, your opponent limps in on the button. You think your ace high is the best hand, so you're going to raise the pot most of the time. Soheil doing it here makes it 450 to go. Many players just come right over the top, move all in right here, Vince. Yeah. Let's see if Cornel does that. No, he's just calling. I don't like this play because no matter what comes out there, there's going to be overcards. And if your opponent bets, unless you catch a 3, you're virtually done with the hand. But maybe not with this flop as it comes 5-4 deuce. It is all diamonds.
1 minute.
Soheil's going to bet $1 million with the flush draw and the gut shot straight draw. Cornel has 2 3s and an open end straight draw.
No diamond.
Cornel faced with a tough decision now. I say tough because there's 3 diamonds out there. He doesn't have a diamond.
I'm all in.
He's going all in here. He's going all in with the open end straight draw.
And I tell you, Mike, that's an additional close to $3 million raise. That's a lot of pressure. Soheil only has the 7 of diamonds. Inside straight draw with the ace.
Well, even if a 3 comes up though, Vince, you still might be beat if your opponent's got a 6 in his hand. He might have a bigger diamond. Just a lot of pressure put on Soheil right here.
We got pair 8s, pair 9.
Trying to figure out the hand.
Possibly 1 diamond. Or ace, diamond. He could have ace.
He's always a gambling man, but this would be a big gamble in my view to make this call. And he lays it down, and a big sigh of relief from Cornel Cimpan. And I don't blame him for breathing there because he really just didn't have much in terms of what his opponent could have had.
Well, guess what? We've got a new chip leader. It's Cornel Cimpan, the Houston Bandit. We're coming back with more action in just a moment here on the World Poker Duel.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Right now you can see Cornel Cimpan is the chip leader with 5.6 million. Soheil Shamseddin down to 4.9.
Yep, things have really turned around in this heads-up battle. Soheil had a 3-1 chip lead when we started this heads-up battle. Cornel now leading by 700,000.
All right, to the hand we go. Cornel first to act. He's got an uneventful 9-4.
He's going to limp in and call on the button with it.
Soheil has an ace-5, but he's not going to raise. He's content to see the flop.
Here comes the flop. It's come ace-queen-3. Great flop for Soheil as he's flopped 2 aces and checks.
And trying to trap here. He's going to get some action because he didn't raise before the flop. Nicely done. A bet of 300,000 by Cornel with nothing.
He's throwing his opponent a little rope, as you can see. The rope is going around Cornel's neck here right now.
Turn card coming up. It's a deuce of clubs.
And that does give Cornel a straight draw. Soheil checks again. And Cornel is going to check his straight draw. 5 would give him a straight.
All right, going down to the river. 8 of clubs helps neither player.
Soheil's got to feel like he's got the best hand here. His opponent would have bet a flush draw on the turn, most likely if he'd have made one.
400.
If he could beat 2 aces, he would have bet also. So Soheil pretty confident he's got the best hand here. Gonna try to get a value bet of 400,000 in there. Cornel has absolutely nothing.
Make it 1.1 million.
Well, he's betting $1.1 million here. Now that's going to put some pressure on Soheil here. Now we can see he's got the best hand with 2 aces, but when you're sitting down there and the guy raises you on the river and you have an ace and a weak kicker, you're not liking it.
I call.
Good call, Sophie.
He's going to win this $3.2 million pot with 2 aces. Nice call by Soheil.
He figured it out. It all worked out.
Good call.
Cornel's saying to himself, what was I doing playing that hand to start with, a 4-9 offsuit? Didn't raise it before the flop, and all of a sudden I got carried away.
Should have raised them more.
Houston Bandit loves to steal.
Oh,
That play could have worked on the river. He's just up against the wrong guy to make it work.
Yeah. Self-proclaimed sick man of poker. He'll play almost anything. This time,
1-2.
he's got practically nothing. 4-5. And yes, he's going to limp in.
We've seen a lot of that here so far in this heads-up battle.
Go ahead.
Cornel with the queen-3 offsuit, happy to see a free flop. Here it comes. Jack 7 deuce, rainbow.
Check.
All different suits. No help to either player. Cornel checks.
Soheil is going to stick out a bet, though. Looks like $250,000 and a quick ejection from Cornel.
Well, that shows you the power of betting, folks. Guy had 5 high, no hand and no draw. Just fired $250,000 in the pot and took it down.
Well, this is a big moment for Cornel. He'd love to turn things around. He's going after his second WPT title. Not many players have done that. He put his name in with the very best. This hand, he has an ace-4.
5 would have been interesting.
Again. Well, that's all he's done, Vince.
Yeah.
Obviously, his strategy is to play
you're
small
gonna-
pots before the
Well,
flop
no,
because he
you're not
hasn't
gonna do
raised
that.
yet on the button.
Soheil has ace-king.
500,000.
And he's going to bump it up. Makes it $500,000.
Cornel better be very careful here because if he happens to raise him back with this ace high, it could be lights out for him. Cornel makes the call. So over $1 million in the pot right now. Soheil well out front with the ace-king.
Good pot developing. Here's the flop. Jack 7 deuce helps neither player.
I'm all in.
Well, Soheil just goes all in here. Wow. He's just going to force him to have a hand and make that call. Cornel doesn't have one. So Soheil takes down that pot.
Cornel folded so quickly. Isn't that the greatest feeling in the world when you make that big bet, Mike? It's so great.
Cornel Cimpan might have been lucky he didn't lose more chips there, Vince. Had he raised before the flop or come over the top after Soheil raised, it'd have been tapioca pudding for him. Soheil patting his chip lead a little bit. Now looks down at a nice hand. He's got ace-jack of clubs on the button here.
600.
He's going to raise it up to 600,000. Blinds are 1 in 200,000.
But looky, Cornel.
Unbelievable.
A monster hand, pair of aces.
Picked up 2 aces in the blind. Now he's just trying to figure out how to play them. Does he slow play him and just call here and let the aggressive Soheil continue to bet? Or does he come over the top right here? And if so, for how much? He's got just over 3 million in chips. His opponent, of course, has over 7 million.
I raise.
He says he's going to raise.
Well, this is the moment Cornel's been waiting for.
I'm all in.
He's going all in.
And he gets a quick call.
Well, you can't blame Soheil for calling here. Most everybody would do it. Unfortunately for him, his opponent has picked up the very best hand possible. 2 aces. Unbelievable.
3 clubs on the flop, baby.
I mean, just flop me dead.
Yeah.
Just totally dead. Just get it over with.
Just kill it right on the flop.
Just right on the flop, right?
Like 1, 2, 3.
Oh wait,
clubs.
I wouldn't be dead. I can catch 2 running pairs.
Give him 1, 2, 3 clubs in a row.
Well, in the meantime, Soheil seems very happy here. He's saying, you know, clubs are going to come out here.
At least give us 2 clubs so I can sweat it a little.
What? Well, he doesn't get
clubs.
too greedy now.
Hey,
he asked for
10
3 to start
queen
with. Now
of
he just asked
clubs.
for 2, just so we have a little sweat.
Oh!
He got the 2 clubs on the flop. It's come 8-7-5 with 2 clubs, and Soheil can't believe it. A club will give him this title.
He could turn the lights out on Cornel Cimpan, the Houston Bandit. 1 more club, that's all he needs.
Somebody call a body bag for my buddy here. Body bag to table number 1. Please deliver it in a club cart.
Don't let the friendliness mask the drama. King on the turn.
Well, we're down to the river card. Soheil must catch a club on the river to end this tournament right here, right now.
Can he be that lucky? Here it comes.
Oh, an ace comes off. Cornel makes 3 aces. He's going to take down this pot. He's going to double up. And once again, he's got the chip lead.
Ever so close to becoming a 2-time WPT champion. Cornel Cimpan in good shape after that.
What a flop.
Stay with us. Foxwoods World Poker Finals will continue here on the World Poker Tour. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The World Poker Finals continues. Heads-up action. And right now, the Houston Bandit Cornel Cimpan out in front with 6.3 million. Soheil Shamseddin, 4.2 million, Mike.
Yep, and what a turnaround we've had. Soheil started the heads-up battle here with a big chip lead, and now he's got to come back to take this title. Let's see if he can do it.
To the money pit we go. Soheil looking down at a king 7.
6.
He's going to raise it.
Yep, he's going back to the aggressive mode. 600,000 with the king 7.
Cornel Cimpan with a awful-looking 7-4.
He got burned a little while ago with a 9-4 offsuit. I think he'd learned his lesson not playing that garbage. Will he play it here?
He likes to steal, play junk hands, move his chips around. That's why he's the Houston Bandit, but not this time. He goes away.
Yeah, he's going to lay it down. Ironically, he probably would have won that pot had he come over the top, but just gives it up. I would have done the same.
Cornel's thinking to himself, I gotta take this title, make it my 2nd one. There's a lot of money difference between 1st and 2nd place.
Nearly $500,000.
I mean, these guys seem jovial, like they're best friends, and they're having a good time, but believe me, this title means so much to these guys.
Another big hand by Cornel here as he looks down at ace-queen of diamonds, and again, just limps in on the button. His game plan, Vince, is obviously just limp in every time on the button, doesn't matter what he has.
Soheil with 9 deuce. Here's the flop.
Flop comes 7-6-4 with 2 hearts. Soheil is flopped a flush draw.
Sure Has.
400.
And he's going to bet 400,000 with just a 9 high. And now Cornel is saying to himself, why didn't I raise before the flop on my ace queen of diamonds?
You gotta be kicking yourself. Try to mix it up. Don't be obvious, and it can backfire.
You know, Vince, I'm not sure that strategy of limping in on the button and always letting your opponent see a free flop from the blind position is a good strategy.
Well, I tell you, the friendliness is gone. All the joking around. Title at stake. Cornel still out in front with 5.8 million. Soheil 4.7.
Action on Soheil. He's got King Jack. Not a bad hand playing heads up poker, that's for sure. See what Soheil's going to do with it.
500.
He's going to bet $500,000 with it. Oh, and look at this.
I'm
Cornel
all
has
in.
him dominated with an ace jack and quickly says, I'm all in.
I'll call.
And he gets the call he wants.
Soheil quickly called him here.
Oh my God, oh my God.
I mean, the guy's been playing very conservative. And Cornel says, I can't believe it. How much he's got the guy dominated. He's about a 3-to-1 favorite to win this pot and take his second WPT title. It's ace jack for Cornel. It's king jack for So What the Hell.
Well, we will see what happens. Next 5 cards. Poker fate on the line. Here's the flop. 8-7-3 helps neither player. So far, Cornel Cimpan, the Houston Bandit, well out in front.
And all of a sudden, the ever jovial Soheil Shamseddin, not so jovial right now.
Turn card, a queen.
So we are down to the river card. The only way Soheil can win this pot is to catch a king on the river. If he wants to be king of this tournament, he needs a king right now. Doesn't happen. The 7 comes off. Yes! So Cornel lets out a war hoop because he's just taken down his second WPT title.
God, I wanted to get rid of you 3 days ago, brother. I wanted to get rid of your ass 3 days ago.
That's the man of the moment, Cornel.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
The final table of the Doyle Brunson 5-Diamond World Poker Classic about to get underway. We started 5 days ago with 329 players. We are down to our final 6. The winner tonight is going to take home nearly $1.5 million.
What a massive first place prize. Let's start with the antes, though. They're going to start out tonight at 5,000. Lines of 30 and 60,000. These are all professional players going after this title. First to act, Faraz Jaka, the toilet, he calls himself.
Well, I call him the chip leader right now, and a massive chip leader at that with nearly 5.4 million in chips. And look at this, man. It's going to raise pot number 1 with a 9-5 offsuit under the gun. He is aggressive.
Josh Arieh quickly folding. Now Steve O'Dwyer, 27 years old, out of Vegas, a poker professional. He's picked up King 10 of clubs.
He's on the short stack here, Vince. Only got $1 million in chips, but still, would you want to jeopardize your stack with just a king high here on the first hand of the final table? But he's doing it. He has moved over the top, all in. And he understands how aggressive the toilet plays, and he's trying to flush him away right now.
Legendary pro Scotty Nguyen quickly folding. The WPT champion Shawn Buchanan quickly going out as well. Daniel out.
I'd feel bad if I knocked you on the first hand. Sucked out you in the first hand.
Faraz, obviously on a complete muscle there, lays his hand down. So Steve O'Dwyer very happy with that all-in bet and a pretty bold move right there. If you look at this guy, it looks like a cross between Chris Ferguson and Todd Brunson. He's got their genes somewhere in there.
True, and throw in John Lennon in the mix if you'd like.
Hey, but he's good. Add him.
He takes the first pot and it goes right to Mr. Lennon. This time he's got a 9-6 offsuit. He goes out. Scotty Nguyen. A few medallions around his neck, also folding.
Now Shawn Buchanan here. He's got the Unabomber look tonight here at this final table. He goes out as well. Daniel Alaei limping in on the button with a King 10 offsuit. Daniel just 25 years old.
Now Faraz Jaka. Oh, he's got a good one. Ace Queen of Hearts.
They tried to steal pot number 1. That didn't work. Here he's got a nice hand, and he is reaching for chips. He is going to raise it. Makes it 215,000 to go. Josh has a horrible 8-3 offsuit. Lays it down.
Is that right?
But Daniel likes the action. He likes his king 10. We're going to see the flop.
Great flop for Daniel. He's flopped 2 kings as it comes king 7-5 with 2 spades.
He's got the toilet to act first in front of him, who hit nothing.
But he's a very aggressive player. He's going to make the continuation bet here of $360,000. Now, if you're Daniel, you say, wow, well, I flop top pair, but does this guy have ace king or 2 aces? You're a little nervous. Daniel just makes the call.
All right, going to the turn.
Queen comes off. This gives Faraz 2 queens.
But he does check it. And Daniel behind him, not making a bet, so.
Yeah, a little conservative, Daniel.
River card helps no one with the 4 hearts.
Action again on Faraz. Again, he checks 2 queens. Daniel will most likely make a value bet here with the kings. He doesn't, he checks it down. Very surprised by that, Vince. Daniel Alaei is going to win this pot, but as you can see, he's very disgusted. He didn't make more money with that hand. He knows he should have made a value bet on the river there, Vince, and he did not do it.
Won the pot, lost the battle. You're disgusted with yourself. He just should have gotten more money.
Daniel may only be 25 years old, but he has 2 World Series of Poker bracelets to his credit already. He also plays in the highest stakes cash games there are. So I am very surprised he missed a bet there.
And with that hand, Faraz has dropped down to 3rd in chips. And right now the blinds are going up to 40 and 80,000. Back to the action we go. Shawn Buchanan quickly folding. Now Daniel Alaei with ace 8 of clubs. This time going to raise to 210.
Faraz Jaka looks down at a pair of 10s.
Oh boy.
Another good hand by him. But he doesn't raise, he just makes the call.
Yes, he does. Josh Arieh, World Series winner, goes out.
Steve Dwyer in the small blind folding as well.
And Scotty with the Mr. T starter kit around his neck. Not going to play this hand.
So same 2 guys fighting it out again. Daniel with the ace 8. Faraz with the 2 10s. Here comes a flop. Let's come ace, king, queen with 2 hearts. Good for Daniel. He's out in front with the 2 aces, but he checks.
Yeah, Faraz behind him with just 10s also checking. Here comes the turn.
The joker for Faraz. The gut shot straight comes out. The jack. He now has Broadway. The ace high straight cannot be beat in this pot.
Daniel checking again. What a card there for the toilet. And this time he's going to bet it. 275.
You know, when you continue to check and your opponent now bets, you're at a guess. Does he have you beat or doesn't he? Is he just making a move? When you play poker, you just hate to put yourself in guessing situations by checking and calling as to whether the guy's got it or not. Far better off to do the bet yourself. But Daniel does make the call, and he's in dire straits. 5 of hearts comes off, so a possible flush out there now as well as a possible straight.
Hopes neither player. A quick check by Daniel.
Well, Faraz seems confident his straight is the best hand.
And the toilet plunging away with a $900,000 bet.
Well, virtually all Daniel can beat here is a bluff. He is going to make the call for $900,000, and he is not going to like it. Chances are he might have won this pot had he bet on the flop after he flopped ace. He didn't do that, and Vince, it was back-to-back hands that he has fumbled the ball against Faraz Jaka.
Once again, as our chip leader, Faraz Jaka, he is tough. Let's go to the table. It's on WPT champion Shawn Buchanan. This time he has a nice hand, ace, queen of spades. And he is raising chips out. Yes, he makes it 175. Daniel out, as well as Faraz Jaka.
Josh Arieh out as well.
Now it's on Steve O'Dwyer. He's got a miserable deuce 7, and he also won't compete. Around to the legendary Scotty Nguyen.
Scotty's got 80,000 out there. Cost him another 95 to make the call, so he does so with the queen 10.
Here's Scotty's wife, Julie. Here comes the flop.
And flop comes Jack 8-4 with 2 spades. Scotty with the gut shot straight draw, but Shawn with the nut flush draw.
Yeah, Scotty quickly checks. Shawn belting chips out there. It looks like 250.
Daring call with a gut shot straight draw by Scotty.
Just gonna gamble. Here comes the turn.
And a queen of clubs comes off on the turn. Both players now have top pair.
Scotty quickly checking again, but the cannon also checking behind him.
Wow, can't believe he checked that hand. Now the ace of hearts comes off.
Scotty a quick check again. Ace is up there for Shawn Buchanan.
He's got the top two pair, and he is going to make a wager here, 605,000. Scotty's disgusted because he didn't bet on the turn. He thinks his two queens were the best hand on the turn, and then he got outplucked on the river.
Yeah, little does he know what he saved.
You get lucky like that.
Look at all the gold the man has around his neck and wrist. I mean, he's just a pawn shop's fantasy man.
Queen 10 of spade, come a queen, and she peel up the ace. Amazing.
Queen 10 of spades?
Well, Scotty caught in a little fib right there, saying he had the queen 10 of spade because Shawn had the queen of spades, so he knows he's lying. Scotty Nguyen making his 8th WPT final table appearance.
Julie not looking delighted there.
He has one title to his name, going for his second tonight. Both of these guys WPT champs, but Scotty lays it down, and wisely so. Shawn Buchanan picking up that pot.
The wardrobe is provided by Army Navy surplus. Hoods are allowed on the tour. Back to the table go. Arieh going out, and now Steve O'Dwyer with a 7 deuce folds as well.
That's over to Scotty. He looks down to queen 5 and lays it down.
Buchanan also going away.
Now Daniel has king 9 here. He is going to raise it, makes it 250,000 to go.
Into the toilet, Faraz Jaka, who has a pretty respectable ace-jack offsuit.
These guys are having their own little war at this final table so far. Again, they're clashing heads up. Faraz does not raise with the ace-jack. He does make the call. Here comes the flop. Nice flop for Faraz. It's come ace, 8, 6 with 2 clubs.
Nothing materializing for Daniel, but will he make the continuation bet? Take a shot. He's getting chips out. Yes, he does.
You just don't put your opponent on a big ace because he didn't re-raise you before the flop. Unfortunate for Daniel, that is the case. Faraz has the aces and makes the call.
340,000. Turn card is.
Now 4 clubs comes off. This does give Daniel the nut flush draw. But still, Faraz out in front with the 2 aces and just continuing to stare him down.
Yes, he is. Daniel a little pleased about that card. And is he going to plunge again? Yes.
600,000 Daniel's bet.
Into the toilet.
Well, Faraz, a little nervous right now. Wondering if his opponent's got ace king or ace queen. Could have made a hand better than his 2 aces.
By the way, somewhere there's a jockey at Santa Anita that wants his cap back. And he's going to fold it.
Wow. Well, in my view, Faraz lost that pot because he lost control of the lead. He didn't re-raise before the flop. He didn't raise on the flop. And then he threw away the best hand. Nice going for Daniel, taking that pot down with aggression.
He's back, and we're coming back on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description, use the code YT11 on deposit, and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
As you can see, our chip leader at the moment, the toilet. He calls himself Faraz Jaka with over 5.1 million in chips. Let's go to the table. The cannon, Shawn Buchanan, WPT champion, looks down at a Jack-9 of hearts.
Yep, he's under the gun, as we say, first to act. And he is reaching for chips, it looks like.
Well, he's under the gun and under the hood. He does not care. And he's going to put some chips out there.
He does, 165,000.
Good fold by Daniel and Faraz.
Over to Josh Arieh now. He's got the small pair on the button. You always like to see flops with small pairs in hopes you flop a set where you can win a big pot.
Yeah, he's got a pair of 4s. And he's got to make this call. Now it goes to Steve O'Dwyer.
Steve went to the ponytail look.
Oh, look at that. Pair of jacks.
He looks down at the fish hooks. Very happy to see him.
I'm all in.
He's one of the short stacks at this final table. He's going all in.
Now Scotty Nguyen.
Well, I like this play by Steve. He knows Josh is not that strong because he didn't re-raise before the flop. So if the original better Shawn Buchanan at aces, kings, or queens, you're just duck soup. That's all. But
Scotty cannot play his queen deuce, and now it goes to the imposter, Shawn, and he has to fold his jack nine.
And Josh lays down the 2-4. Good lay down by him. So a nice all-in bet there by Steve O'Dwyer.
27 years old. He's an online poker pro out of Vegas. Very tough.
Well, this is first WPT final table. So far, doing very well, even though he came to this final table on the short stack.
And with that hand, the antes are going up to 10,000. Blinds 50 and 100,000. Now it goes to Steve O'Dwyer.
Lays his hand down.
Yeah, Scotty as well. And now Shawn the Cannon Buchanan folding back around to Daniel.
Now this time he's got Kojak. He's got the king jack offsuit on the button. Going to raise it up to $250,000.
Faraz taking a breather, goes out. And now it's on to Josh Arieh. He's got ace-8.
Well, Josh been pretty quiet this final table so far.
I'm all in.
And he's going to go all in with it.
Wow, what a nice all-in bet here by Josh.
I call.
Just suspecting that Daniel was making a button raise, but Daniel has called him with king jack here.
Thank you.
So even though Josh has the best hand, not sure he wanted to get called here because his tournament life is on the line. He is chewing that gum a little faster right now, but he knows if he loses this pot, he'll be heading back to Atlanta.
Here's the flop.
Well, 10-6-5 on the flop.
And it's okay so far for Josh.
Queen.
Josh is calling for a queen. I don't know why. He was an opponent opening straight draw.
He wants to outsweat the poker gods.
There she is.
Oh, and he gets a queen.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Daniel can now win the pot with an ace, a king, a jack, or a 9.
He wins with a 9 up. He wins with a 9 up.
Josh's wife, Angela, sweating out her man. Can he dodge one more card?
He does. The 3 of hearts comes off. So the veteran from Atlanta, Georgia, Josh Arieh, lives on in quest of capturing his first WPT title.
Okay, this game is officially heating up.
Stay tuned for more electrifying action from Bellagio right after this. Changed his personality the last few years, man. He used to be very abrasive, sort of a little outlandish. Now he's got a life coach. He's calmed down. The 3 daughters at home, you know. They keep a guy a little more mellow.
Even keel, perhaps. Let's go to the table. Shawn Buchanan, quick fold by him. Daniel Alaei, not going to play a 9-6, so it's up to the toilet. That would be Faraz Jaka.
He's in the cutoff position, one in front of the button, going to raise it with an ace-8 offsuit.
2:35 to go. Josh Arieh, though, with a queen jack of hearts, going to make this call. And the online pro Steve O'Dwyer with an ace-7 won't compete.
And around to Scotty Nguyen, WPT champ. Frustrated as he catches another bad hand, throws the deuce 7 away.
Bitter as a cup of coffee at 7-Eleven. So we have two-way action. Let's go to the flop.
The flop comes 10-9-7, so both players have flopped an open-end straight draw. Faraz has the best hand, ironically, with ace high.
And he's bet at 360,000.
Tough decision for Josh. Josh normally a very aggressive player. They want to gamble here and just come over the top with the queen jack 10-9, but he's just going to make the call here.
Well, he's thinking to himself, what would life coach want me to do?
Yeah, he's up against the chip leader, so you want to be careful. He just doubled up, feels like he's got a few chips now. Doesn't want to jeopardize them all in a draw.
3 of spades helps neither player. Oh boy,
this is impressive, Vince.
I've never been good at holding out the chips.
And Josh is just talking to himself.
He's mumbling. This is a bit of a tell here. I'm sure Faraz is going to pick up.
Life coach is going even keel, my friend. No tilt, Josh.
Well, Josh does lay the hand down, but may not be happy with the way he played it by not raising on the flop. We don't know. All I know is this. Faraz is very aggressive. The player called his raise before the flop. He called a bet on the flop, and yet the guy fired yet another shell on the turn with just ace high. That's pretty impressive stuff.
Well, he extends his chip lead. The young man from Chicago, the poker pro, Faraz Jaka, doing nicely there. Let's go to this hand, Josh, now picking up a pair of sixes.
Well, the last hand didn't work out too well for him. Let's see how these sixes do. He's going to raise it, makes it 230,000 to go.
Online pro Steve O'Dwyer quickly folding, and now Scotty Nguyen.
Scotty looks down at queen nine offsuit and throws it away. Over to the Canadian, WPT champ Shawn Buchanan. He's got nothing, so he folds.
But Daniel with an ace jack, gonna make this call. Faraz out. So two-way action between Daniel and Josh. Sixes up against ace jack. Here's the flop.
Flop comes 10, 8, 7.
Daniel quickly checks, nothing hitting, and Josh with a straight draw and sixes also checking.
He doesn't want the straight because he'll have the sucker side of the straight. Now he doesn't mind that card probably because it gives him 3 sixes.
Not too bad.
Beautiful card for Josh right there.
Now Daniel, what to do? First to act.
That's what he's thinking, is maybe his opponent's got ace king or king queen, something like that. So he's going to take a stab at this pot by betting.
320,000 into Josh.
Come on, in.
But Josh, boy, he's putting it all in.
Well, still a daring play to make, though. With bottom set when there's a 4-card straight out there.
No, Daniel couldn't take the heat. He folds. Nicely done by Josh Arieh. He's coming back strong. 6 players remain, and as you can see, the chip leader, Faraz the Toilet Jaka, with close to 5.8 million in chips.
And Vince, as a player, when Doyle Brunson's got his name on the trophy that you're trying to take home, it adds much more meaning to winning this tournament. You know, to put your name on a Legends trophy is really special to these players. All of them want this title for that reason as well.
So true. To the felt we go. A quick fold by Steve O'Dwyer. And now Scotty Nguyen with an ace-3. Contemplating this. Yes, he's going to bump it up to 310.
Well, Scotty been a little frustrated with the cards he's been holding. Now going to raise it with an ace-3 offsuit.
Now it's on Shawn Buchanan, who has a queen 10 of clubs.
Wow,
he has gone all in with a queen high here, with 3 more players to act behind him and a razor in front of him. Incredible.
Buchanan is firing with big balls right there with queen 10 of clubs.
How much you got down total, baby?
A few folds behind him, and it's back around to Scotty.
Scotty says, how much have you got? Oh boy, he's got about 2.5 million in total, which would put a serious dent in Scotty's stack if he made this call and lost this pot.
1.
It's annoying if you're Scotty because you've been playing tight. You know, you can't find a hand. You finally come out of your little squirrel nest and you get bitten.
All right, baby, you get it.
Yep, he's going to lay it down. We'll chalk that pot up to the aggression of WPT champ from Canada, Shawn Buchanan.
Take it, Lucky.
Got some Canadians in the house rooting him on here, of course. Not only his dad, but top-notch player Greg Mueller. The Canadians rooting their man on.
So nicely done by Shawn Buchanan. Let's go to the felt. Back on Shawn the loose cannon. This time he's going to peek down at a king 9 in first position, and he's going to fold it. Daniel out.
Faraz out. Josh folds as well. So it's a battle of the blinds here.
The small blind Steve O'Dwyer got ace-6 of diamonds.
I'm all in.
And he's moving all in here with the ace-6 of diamonds.
The only one to beat is Scotty, and Scotty.
Good call.
Oh, he loves it. He's got 2 jacks.
Oh, boy.
Scotty Nguyen is going to make the call. So as the cards lie, Scotty slightly over a 2-to-1 favorite to win this pot and eliminate Steve O'Dwyer from this tournament.
The online poker pro out of Las Vegas, 27-year-old Steve O'Dwyer, with his poker life on the line here tonight, Bellagio.
Well, he's an East Carolina University graduate, but the former Pirate about to hit the road in 6th place unless he can get lucky here.
Scotty Nguyen finally picking up a strong hand. Let's see if it'll hold up. Here's the flop.
Oh, Jack 7-6, Scotty Nguyen is flop, top set.
Oh boy, look at that. Steve O'Dwyer, more disgusting than a hippie getting frisked. Can't like that flop.
It is not over, even though Josh folded a 6. Steve could win this pot if it becomes ace-ace. That's the only way he can do it. He has to make aces full. Oh, there's an ace. on the turn.
Not too bad. Things are turning around a little bit.
Scotty shaking his head. Said, "You've got to be kidding me. Don't tell me there's a chance this guy could win this pot."
Drama unfolding here at Bellagio, coming down to the river.
Can the former pirate do it?
Everything on the line here. Steve O'Dwyer, can you suck out?
Big pot, nearly $4 million in this pot. Here's the river card. 4 hearts comes off. Scotty Nguyen, poker legend, gonna take down this pot, looking for a second WPT title. Steve O'Dwyer gonna end his tournament run right here.
Yeah, he's a fine player.
Nothing come easy, baby.
6th place finisher, gonna make $202,000 for the effort. And just like that, we're down to 5.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Players remain here at Bellagio. Let's go to the table. Faraz Jaka. They call him the toilet. He's got king 9 of spades this time. And he's still our chip leader.
He has been the most aggressive player at this table for sure, and he's going to raise it up right here. Makes it $250,000 to go.
Josh quickly folding, but Scotty went behind him with a pair of ladies.
How much is that?
Unbelievable. He just broke Steve O'Dwyer the last hand with 2 jacks. Now he comes back and picks up 2 queens the very next deal.
He says raise, and it looks like an additional $400,000, making it $650 to go. Shawn Buchanan going out.
Daniel out as well. Faraz folding.
I got you, baby.
He said, "I've got you," and indeed he's right as he shows the 2 queens to take down another pot, and with that pot, Scotty Nguyen is now the chip leader at this final table.
Let's go to the rail and talk to poker great Min the Master.
Yes, I call me because of Scotty, because I promise. I make a promise. I say, Scotty, if you made it to final 6, I'll be here for you. Oh, Scotty, old style like me. We know how to get into the final table. We know how to win.
Both Min the Master and Scotty Nguyen were nominees to be in the Poker Hall of Fame last year, but they lost out to a man named Mike Sexton. Mike, we're so proud of you.
Well, I appreciate that, but I have no doubt that at some point in the future, Scotty Nguyen, with his track record, will also be inducted into the Poker Hall of Fame.
So back to this hand. Shawn Buchanan now first to act. He's just got a queen 10.
He's got a fondness for that queen 10. We saw him move all in with it a minute ago. And here he's raising under the gun with it, $235,000.
Yep, folded around to Scotty. Scotty Nguyen's got jack 8 of diamonds, and he is going to speculate. Makes the call.
In the last couple pots, so he's going to make the call here with the jack 8 of diamonds.
Queen 10 up against jack 8.
And there comes the flop. It's come queen 9-6. Good flop for both of these guys. Scotty has got a gut shot straight draw and a flush draw. Shawn has top pair. Scotty checks, and Shawn is going to bet. And many players would just check raise with a straight draw and a flush draw. Let's see what Scotty does.
Canada had fired $230,000. Scotty with the 4 flush. Will he fire back?
Scotty has way more chips than Shawn, but he just makes the call, does not raise. So let's see what happens here on the turn. Well, the 6 of hearts comes off. Shawn's still out in front with queens up as Scotty checks. And Shawn incredibly checks the turn here. Playing it safe, close to the vest, as we say.
Going to the river. Will Scotty get lucky with this? Nope.
Deuce of spade comes off. Now, in Scotty's mind, probably the only way he can win this pot is to fire out and bet at it. What he's doing.
Love the heart of a champion. Just won't give up a pot, and he's gonna bet 425, but a quick call.
You got it, baby. Miss me flush, baby. We raise it.
Shawn calls him down with top pair right there, and he may say, "Look, you may be a poker legend, my friend, but I'm also a WPT champ, going for my second title tonight. Give me the money."
5 players going after close to 1.5 here tonight.
Second time I missed flush against you.
Stay with us. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
And every time straight flush.
Let's go to the table. It's on Daniel right now. He's got king jack, and he's going to put in a raise of $270,000. All right, Faraz and Josh out. As is Scotty and Shawn. The Cannon Buchanan with ace 10. let's see what the cannon does this time.
And he's going to make the call.
King Jack up against Ace 10. Here we go again.
Well, flop comes Jack 10-9 with 2 clubs. Daniel's flop top pair. Shawn has flopped second pair. And he's going to lead out and bet, but he's only bet 140,000 into a pot that's got over 600,000 in it. And quickly, Daniel calls with top pair and a straight draw.
Exciting action on this hand, and here's the turn.
Now the board pairs 9s.
And the cannon once again going to fire. It looks like 210,000 this time.
Again, a small bet into a pot that's got 920,000 in it. Daniel again makes the call.
Just an okie dokie call. It's all coming down to this card.
Number 3 of clubs comes off. Now, Shawn does have the ace of clubs. He's also got 2 10s. He's going to check them. And we've seen Daniel miss a couple value bets at this final table. Could he possibly get one in here with 2 jacks? Well, he is indeed going to bet here. 550,000. What's going through Shawn's mind is, hey, you know, this guy didn't raise me on the flop. He didn't raise me on the turn. Maybe he's got a queen in his hand or an 8 in his hand, was drawing at some type of straight. Maybe he's got a pair of 10s like I do. I'd have him out kicked if that's the case. Well, Shawn going to make the call.
Jack.
So Daniel Alaei is going to win that pot with jacks up. And Vince, give him credit for making a good value bet there on the river. And I say good because he got called and he won the pot. It's not good as the opponent comes over the top of him and moves all in. Then you say, why did I bet there? But in that case, he had a great feel for that hand because of the small bets Shawn was making along the way. Felt his jacks were the best hand. Indeed, they were. Nice play by Daniel there.
Yes, it was. He's 25 years old, out of Los Angeles, a poker pro. The blinds are going up to 60 and 120,000. Action in this hand, Scotty Nguyen. He's got a good one. Ace, Jack of spades, gonna raise. Scotty makes it 340 to go. Into the loose cannon, Shawn. With just a Jack 3 this time. He's taking his time with this. Could he be on a little tilt factor here?
Well, he just lost the last pot, as you said, but he does lay it down. Daniel out.
Yep, the toilet also swirling away. Josh has got a pair of 7s.
Come all in.
He's moving all in with the 2 walking sticks, the 2 7s. Scotty quickly stands up and says, how much have you got? Scotty has him covered, of course, but still would put a dent in his stack because it's about $2 million all-in bet here by Josh.
Yep, he's pushing the mid pair. He's saying, life coach,
1,500,000.
He'd be proud of me now.
And 85. Let's go.
Well, Scotty's going to make the call. He said, we are gambling. Well, once again, Josh Arieh's tournament life on the line. He knows he's got to win this pot to stay alive. Nearly $4 million in this pot. So Scotty with the ace jack, Josh with the 2 7s. Those are called walking sticks in poker. And if Josh Arieh doesn't win this race, he'll be walking out of here in 5th place.
Let's see if it'll hold up. Here's the flop.
Well, flop comes king, 3 deuce. So far, so good for Josh. His 2 7s still out front. Scotty needs to catch an ace or a jack or 2 running cards to make a straight to win the pot. Let's see if he can do it. 8 of hearts on the turn.
No help for Scotty Nguyen right there.
We are down to the river card. Scotty must catch an ace or a jack to win the pot. Otherwise, Josh Arieh is going to double up here and become a force at this final table. Well, it's the 8 of clubs. Well, you got to win races to win these tournaments. Josh Arieh taking that pot down by winning that race.
Scotty Nguyen looks like his gold is turning green right there. Stay tuned for more action in just a moment.
There you see our chip leader is Daniel Alaei with 5.6 million in chips. Right on his heels, however, Faraz Jaka, a.k.a. the toilet, with about 5.3 million. 3rd place, Josh Arieh, Scotty in 4th, and Shawn Buchanan in 5th. But believe me, folks, any one of these 5 guys very capable of taking this title.
To the money pit we go. Shawn Buchanan, first to act. He's got a miserable queen deuce, and he's going to fold it. Now Daniel behind him with an ace 4.
Now Daniel's going to raise it up, makes it 310,000 to go. And right behind him, Faraz Jaka. It's just a queen deuce offsuit here. These guys have had a lot of history already at this final table tonight.
We get 850.
Unbelievable. Was raised it to 850,000 with a queen deuce offsuit when a guy raised in front of him.
Trying to steal. Josh going away. Scotty Nguyen can't play. So back on Daniel.
Daniel, just 25 years old. Already has 2 World Series of Poker bracelets to his credit. Trying to add a WPT title to that resume. He also plays in the highest stakes cash games in the world. Daniel seems reluctant to want to let this ace-4 go, but he finally does it. But just chalk that pot up to the aggressive play of Faraz Jaka. He's making his second WPT final table appearance this season. No other player has done that. He finished second last time around, looking to improve upon that tonight.
All I can say is K Faraz, Faraz. What a beautiful bluff that may be.
Boy.
Sorry. Back to the felt we go.
The toilet working smoothly there, let me tell you.
Oh, all right, Scotty. Quickly folding his hand. As does Shawn Buchanan.
Round to Daniel Alaei. This time he's got a 4-9 offsuit.
Oh, he's going to try to do some stealing, some larceny at the table.
He's bet 300,000.
My man Faraz. Doyle Brunson 10 deuce folding this time.
How can you lay that hand down? This term is named
Impossible.
after Doyle. He's got the 10 deuce of spade.
Well, maybe he's lucky because Josh Arieh behind him with the fish hooks, pair jacks.
Josh just doubled up a moment ago through Scotty. Another nice hand here. Let's see what he's going to do with it.
Yeah, he's got the real hand at the table.
Whatever he does with it's not going to be good for Daniel.
Yeah, he makes it 1.2 million.
So long, Daniel. The gig's up.
Yep.
He's got the San Francisco 49er, but better be real careful about making any moves right now. And he doesn't. He lays it down.
Yeah, the fakes are getting their hands slapped. And I'm impressed, guys, taking their shots at this table. High-level poker. Just kind of mistiming it a little bit.
Josh Arieh looking to capture his first WPT title. He's got nearly $5 million in tournament winnings. So he's had a great career.
All right, on to the next one. The cannon quickly folding.
Daniel going to fold this one.
Now Faraz.
Hey, the queen deuce again. Did work for him so well before when he made it 850,000. So why not raise it here? 300,000 to go.
Doesn't like to stay out of many pots. Josh Arieh behind him with ace-9 of diamonds, just calling.
Josh knows this guy's raising a lot of pots, and he knows many times the guy has nothing. So he's going to look him up here with the ace-9 of diamonds. Scotty going away.
Yeah, two-way action. Ace-9 up against queen deuce.
Faraz just stares at his opponent when the flop's out there. Doesn't look at the flop. Wants to see if his opponent's got any kind of reaction, but the gum speed didn't change any on that flop as it comes 10-7-4.
Josh is checked. Let's see if Faraz makes the continuation wager. Indeed he does.
He's bet 575,000. Wow, look at this, Vince. Josh Arieh makes a call with the ace-9 of diamonds here.
Well, I think he's out in front. He's make the call. To the turn we shall go.
Unbelievable call by Josh. Maybe he's thinking about taking this pot away, or obviously looking to catch some kind of card. And now a king comes off. Now Josh is going to check. Faraz checks right behind him. Here comes the river card. Well, another 10 comes off, so the board now pairs 10s. Action back on Josh. He has the best hand with ace high. He's going to check.
The toilet completely perplexed. He's got nothing here. Will he bet it? Try to steal it one more time?
It's the queen high would actually be the best hand if Josh had something like 5-6 or 8-9 here, or some type of straight draw, even a jack-9.
Will he give it up, or will he plunge away with nothing? Yes, he's going to plunge.
Well, he's betting 700,000 here.
Josh would just love to call his life coach right now. Get him on the hotline, say, what to do, coach?
This will be an all-star call by this 35-year-old pro out of Atlanta if he could make it, but the only way he can make it is because you know this guy is such an aggressive player, and you could have bet the flop with a straight draw and now be trying to steal the pot. Josh is going to look him up with ace high and win this pot. Well, that is incredible poker right there.
Doesn't need the life coach. What a call.
And Josh Arieh makes the call of the night there, winning that pot with just ace high.
And he is sitting pretty right now, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him before he takes this WPT title.
That's right, Vince. He's got two tenacious young pros on his right and two WPT champions on his left. There's close to $1.5 million on the line, and there's no telling what's going to happen.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
We started 5 days ago with 329 players. We're down to these 5. And all 5 of these guys got tremendous poker resumes. Our current chip leader is Daniel Alaei with $5.6 million. In second place, Josh Arieh, top pro out of Atlanta. They're all looking to capture a WPT title here tonight.
The Andes will start at 10,000 blinds, 60 to 120,000. To the felt we go. Action on Faraz Jaka. He calls himself the toilet, and he quickly folds.
Josh Arieh going out as well.
And the legendary Scotty Nguyen. More gold in a pawn shop. Picks up king queen.
Well, he raised it to 350,000. Scotty's making his 8th WPT final table appearance. That ties him with poker sensation and WPT champion Froehlich.
Shawn Buchanan, called the cannon, quickly folds his hand.
You got like $2 million in back?
Yep, right there. That's 2 million.
Now Daniel Alaei with a pair of deuces.
Well, Daniel's a 25-year-old poker pro out of Alaei.
Come on.
Wow, trying to make the deuces quack here. Moves all in over the top of Scotty with just 2 deuces.
Gonna put the pressure on the Prince of Poker, Scotty Nguyen.
What a bold play by Daniel here. And folks, it's tough to call all your money off with king queen. When a guy moves in on you.
I have 2 king, I call you. I have 2 queen, I throw it away.
And he is gonna muck the king queen, but he says he has 2 queens. How do you like that? A poker player lying about his hand.
What a nice aggressive bet by Daniel Alaei right there. Has 2 World Series of Poker bracelets to his credit, trying to add a WPT title.
Danny's been waiting to win a WPT event for a long time. WPT is very important. I think tonight might be the night to do it.
That's a poker dad for you.
And his dad's a pretty good poker player in his own right. Has won a number of tournaments in his day as well.
All right, back to this hand. Josh Arieh with a huge hand. Ace, king of hearts.
He's first to speak, as we say. And he is reaching for raising chips.
Oh, sorry, sorry, John.
Looks like 315,000 is the bet.
Didn't see your hand, baby.
Scotty Nguyen going out, and now it's on Shawn the Cannon Buchanan, a WPT champion. 27 years old out of Canada, but he won't play his 8-4. Daniel Alaei with just king 5. Flies away, and now it's on the toilet. Faraz Jaka.
Faraz came to this final table as the big chip leader. He's now down in 3rd place with 5 players left. Here he has a king deuce offsuit.
Raised to 900,000.
And he's going to raise it to 900,000. That play is probably not going to work here. Josh just has too good a hand to lay it down.
Faraz beat up a jockey to get that cap. Says it's his lucky charm.
I'm all in.
Well, he's going to get thrown from the horse here, I can tell you, because Josh moves all in and Faraz moves all out. So the 35-year-old poker pro out of Atlanta, Georgia, Josh Arieh picking up that pot, and with it, he takes the chip lead.
Baby, you guys show bluff, baby. Come on, yeah. You show bluff good for the game.
I never bluff. Y'all know that.
5 players remain going at it at Bellagio. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
Tournament had Chip Reese's name on it. This tournament has Doyle Brunson's name on it. Scotty would love to win this trophy, and he could take down the 2 biggest name trophies in poker.
To the felt we go. Faraz the toilet Jaka. This time with just a 6-7. He's going to take a stab, makes it 325,000 to go.
This guy stays aggressive, and it doesn't matter where he stands in chip count.
Behind him, Josh Arieh with king queen. Says none of that. I'm going to raise it to 900,000. Scotty out.
Round to the Canadian WPT champ, Shawn Buchanan. Look at this, Vince. He's picked up ace king. He's got big slick.
Uh-oh, buckle up.
Oh, boy. Be bad news for Josh.
It's been a raise and a re-raise. Now, what do you do here?
He's got 3.3 million in chips. Josh, of course, has twice that many. But don't forget Faraz. He's in the pot as well, and he's got 2.8 million. Sometimes you just go with it, but he lays down big slick there.
Kind of shocking. Daniel, he ejects his hand. Faraz also not playing.
Well, I don't think you give Faraz credit for the hand, but he did give Josh credit for having a better hand than that. But what a laydown by the Canadian there, Shawn Buchanan. And Vince, I can tell you one thing. If he doesn't go on and win this tournament, he's liable to look back at that hand right there and say, you know, I should have just moved in with the ace-king right there.
All right. To the next hand we go. Scotty Nguyen. Quickly folding his hand.
Well, Shawn Buchanan out as well.
Can no longer call him a loose cannon after folding ace-king.
A call.
Daniel with a jack-7 of clubs going to make this call.
Well, he's going to limp in on the button. Faraz with a 9-7 offsuit in the small blind. He's going to make the call. And Josh with just a queen-5 offsuit is going to say, okay, let's see a flop. So we've got three-way action in a limped-in pot, something we haven't seen yet at this final table. A flop comes Jack 3-3. So that is good for Daniel as he's taking the lead with jacks up.
Faraz is checked. Now Josh with nothing is going to bet 160,000. Daniel with top pair going to make a call.
Yep, he's going to look him up and just hope his opponent doesn't have a 3.
The toilet quickly folds.
Now 10 comes on the turn.
Doesn't help Josh. He's first to act.
And he's going to check.
Now Daniel with the jacks also going to check. Whoa, look at this. A river card of a queen. That's going to help Josh win this pot.
Unbelievable. Queen on the river here for Josh Arieh. He now has the best hand. Will he get the value bet in? Well, indeed he is. He's going to bet 325,000 with queens up.
Queen.
Now Daniel is going to make the call here and is going to kick himself for the way he played this hand. When it's over, Josh takes it down. Well, Josh started this hand out by bluffing. Then he made the best hand. He got the value bet in. And Daniel, unfortunately for him, didn't raise on the flop, didn't bet on the turn, and then compounded it by striking out when he paid him off on the river.
Well, Josh Arieh, a new man, he says. He's a father of 3. He said he hired a life coach to help him balance his poker. So far, it seems to be working.
All in.
Back to this hand. Faraz Jaka with a pair of queens says all in.
Josh had a bit of a volatile reputation. The life coach calming him down. Says he's played 3 tournaments since he hired the guy. He's made 2 final tables. So if he wins this tournament, Vince, I promise you that life coach is going to be getting a lot of phone calls from poker players.
Well, everyone's folding. Last one to consider is Daniel, and he's got an ace-9 of diamonds.
What he's thinking about is, why would a guy bet 2.1 million when the big blind's only 160,000 if he had a real big hand? Wouldn't he want people to come in and play? It's the overbet that has Daniel puzzled here.
Yep, it's usually suspicious. And that's what Daniel's thinking right now. Little does he know that the toilet has a real hand, pair of queens.
Call.
And he's going to make the call here. And he is not going to like it, as he can quickly see that Faraz is over a 2-to-1 favorite to win this pot.
This could be devastation here. Wow, it goes to show you, if you want action, you got to mix up your over bets. The toilet doing that perfectly. He's getting the action. Will he want it after the flop?
Well, Faraz and his second WPT final table this season, still out front after the flop as it comes king 6-4. So nearly 4.4 million in this pot.
The toilet's smiling right there. He's got to sweat 2 more cards. Here comes the turn.
The 3 of spade comes off. Now this a good card for Faraz because it eliminates the ace of spade from play. We saw Shawn Buchanan folded the ace of hearts, which means Daniel has 1 out. He must catch the lonesome ace. Doesn't happen as the 7 of diamonds comes up on the river. Faraz Jaka has doubled up.
The ladies are good for Faraz, the toilet Jaka, as he takes down a huge pot. 5 players remain going after a title, and close to $1.5 million. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
Certainly Faraz Jaka will become the leader in the WPT Player of the Year award standings.
To the game we go. A quick fold by Scotty Nguyen, and now Shawn Buchanan gonna bump it up with a king-9 of diamonds, makes it $380,000 to go.
Well, he's the Canadian we call the Cannon, looking for a second WPT title tonight. Action over to Daniel, he goes out.
The toilet also going away.
Shawn, how much you playing? 2.4 behind.
Josh has got king-jack of spades, pretty strong hand.
Well, he's also got 8.8 million in chips, Vince, more than twice as many as anybody else at the table. So he is in great shape in terms of chip count, and he's just going to call here.
Josh Arieh, the only poker player I know of with a life coach, seems to be working for him. Will he get lucky here? What a flop.
Oh, a good flop for Josh. He's flopped an open-end straight and a flush draw. Action's on him. He's going to check. This is the check raise, folks, in case this guy makes a continuation bet, but he doesn't do it. He checks right behind. Now a 6 comes off. Again, action on Josh. Well, he's going to check again.
Nothing hitting for Shawn. He's just got an inside straight draw. And maybe guts, because there he goes, $375,000.
Man, what he's going to do is fall into a trap here, Vince, because he virtually has nothing here. An offsuit 6 is not going to scare Josh.
I'm all in.
He's going to check raise all in here. That's what he wanted to do on the flop. He just waited one more street to do it.
He likes the possibilities. He's going to try to push that cannon out.
Yeah, that cannonball is going south, I can tell you that.
The old ball fell on the old foot there, it looks like. He has to fold his hand.
If you check on the flop, why not just check on the turn there? Maybe you get lucky and catch a jack and win the pot.
Josh Arieh in top form right now, extends his chip lead. He's 35 years old, 3 daughters, second WPT final table.
Well, Vince, the guy's got over $4.7 million in tournament winnings. That's pretty impressive, I can tell you, and he's looking to add another $1.5 million of that tonight.
Back to the drama, Shawn quickly folding. Daniel also out. And now the toilet. Faraz Jaka gets a toilet hand, just a nothing 8-6 offsuit, but he's going to raise with it, Mike. Makes it $400,000.
Well, he is incredible in terms of aggression. We thought he was aggressive in the last time he made the final table on the World Poker Tour, but it pales in comparison to the way he's betting tonight.
Josh out.
Now Scotty, he knows this guy raises with anything, but he just opts to call, doesn't re-raise.
Here's the first 3.
Scotty has flopped a gut shot straight draw here. He checks. And Faraz checks right behind him.
Deuce of spades on the turn. Scotty checks again.
Well, now Faraz is going to take a stab at this pot. He leads out and bets $350,000 into a pot that's got almost $1 million in it. So this is just a small little bet to try to win this pot.
And Scotty Nguyen with all the gold. What do you think the odds are that he has gold fillings, Mike? 1 to 5?
He's trying to put more gold in his pockets, Vince, and right now he's got a tough decision as to what to do with this king-jack. He's going to lay it down. So Faraz is going to win that pot through aggression again. And you know, against this kind of player, Vince, that just raises all the time with all these garbage hands, you know, sometimes when you pick up king-jack in the big blind, you just got to move all in with it.
He is a little short, but honestly, that's his comfort zone, and that's when he does the best, and it's more nerve-wracking for me, but he handles himself pretty well.
Never want to hear your wife say you're a little short.
Scotty's wife, Julie, is saying Scotty plays the short stack well, which he does, but on the other hand, nobody's comfortable on the short stack, not even Scotty.
All right, back to the cards. Josh Arieh this time with 8-5 of hearts. And look at him change gears. He's going to raise with it, makes it $350,000. And now Scotty Nguyen has picked up the Gretzky hand, 99.
Come on.
Says all in.
You just can't blame him, Vince.
Cannon goes out. Daniel also out.
Oh, unfortunately for Scotty, Faraz has picked up 2 kings in the big blind. The guy that seemingly tries to steal about every pot
I'm all in.
has finally picked up a huge duke in the big blind. He moves all in. Josh goes out, and Scotty is in the land of doom right now. He's going to have to get very lucky to stay alive in this tournament. Scotty came to this final table in second chip position. He actually took the chip lead once. Now he's on the brink of going out in 5th place unless he can get very lucky here.
The toilet is swirling right now. What an opportunity for the toilet, Faraz Jaka. Here comes the first 3.
Now flop comes ace jack 8. Now Scotty grins a little bit, but he knows he's up against it. Gonna have to catch a 9 or 2 running cards to make it straight. Otherwise, he and Julie will be heading home in 5th place.
He's in suck-out territory right now. Scotty Nguyen needs some luck, but it's not going to happen on 4th Street.
A deuce comes off, so we're down to the river. Scotty must catch one of 2 9s left in the deck. Otherwise, his dream of capturing a second WPT title tonight is out the door.
Here it comes. No.
8 of spade comes off. So that's going to do it for the Prince of Poker. Scotty Nguyen going to have to wait till another day to capture his second WPT title.
Always entertaining. Scotty Nguyen, a true champion, out in 5th place, going to take home close to $250,000. We're down to 4 players.
We're still good, you know. Just disappointed. That's all, you know. That's poker, baby. You know.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
The toilet Jaka. He's got 9, 10 of diamonds. Gonna raise. Makes it 400,000 to go. Into Josh, who has a king 3 of diamonds.
Now, Vince, what amazes me here is Josh is thinking about playing this hand. Now, normally it's like an unwritten rule in tournament poker. When there's 4 players left and there's 2 big stacks and 2 short stacks, the big stacks just sort of avoid each other.
How much did you start with?
You know, because you don't want to clash with that guy. You let the other 2 guys get knocked out before you go clashing for the big dough. But not these guys. They're aggressive, they're players, and they're looking to fire it up right here, as you can see.
Well, Josh with his king 3 makes it 1.1 million. A couple quick folds around. Faraz is called. Here we go.
Flop comes king 9-3. What a flop for Josh Arieh. He's flop top and bottom pair. Faraz is flop middle pair.
Faraz, he checks. Dream flop there for Josh Arieh.
Yep, he's not going to slow play it, Vince.
But what's the total?
He's betting 1.65 million.
Wow, Faraz quickly calls here. Danger Will Robinson.
Well, danger is right, because he is in dire straits right now.
Well, he is, but he could get lucky. The pot builds as the 2 chip leaders battle. Here comes the turn.
A king comes off, the dream card for Josh Arieh. He has kings full. There's no card he can lose this pot with. The question is, how much can he get from the toilet on this hand?
This gets better and better. Faraz in first position, though, has to act first.
Well, Vince, he's got second pair here. If his opponent had a flush draw or just making some kind of play, he might have the best hand. Now look at the grin on Josh's face right there, sort of a smirky. I can't believe you bet into me when I have kings full. How sweet is this? Well, Josh is just going to call. He's not raising here with the kings full. He doesn't want his opponent to go anywhere. He wants him to keep firing whatever he's got. Well, 7 of diamonds comes off. A massive pot out there right now. And look at this, Vince. Faraz has bet, but he's only bet the size of the big blind, 160,000, into a pot that's got nearly 7 million in it. We've never seen that in the history of the tour.
Oh, he is blowing up like a 70s casino right now. Before our very eyes, Josh Arieh gonna milk him like a Holstein here.
That's what Josh is thinking about. Is he knows this guy's got something, but not too much if he's betting that little bit on the river. So how much can he bet to extract from this guy? You know, if you move all in, you're going to run him out for sure. So Josh has selected 1.5 million as the total bet here.
Oh, wow. The toilet backing up right there. Wow.
You want action?
Bite your tongue.
Do you want action? He wants to scream out yes, but he's afraid to do that because Faraz may run away.
This is his worst nightmare.
It's 1.5 total, is that right?
It's about 8.6 million in this pot. It's going to cost him 1.3 million more to call now. The only way you can lay this hand down here is if you feel certain that you're beating this pot.
Josh Arieh saying prayers. Hook him in more.
Vince, I love the size of this bet by Josh. He has clocked his opponent just perfectly. Knows he couldn't stand a real giant bet, an all-in bet, but he may pay this off because of the pot size. Almost perfect poker by Josh there. Faraz does get away from that hand, but with that pot, Josh Arieh takes a monster chip lead at this final table.
And there's the toilet's friend, Emily. She'd like to disappear under that black hat.
She better break out the tidy bowl right now. But look at this, a massive chip lead by Josh Arieh right now. He's got 10 million more than the second place guy. He's got over 13 million. Faraz in second place with 3.8 million. Daniel and Shawn have over $1 million.
And this hand now, back on Josh, our hero of the moment. And right now he has King Jack of Hearts, gonna make it 425 to go. A loose cannon, Shawn Buchanan goes out. But Daniel Alaei with an ace-9. Seems interested.
Vince, he knows the guy's just putting chips out there while he's still stacking chips from the last pot. Could have anything here.
Come on.
And Daniel's gone all in here.
Yeah, Faraz mucks.
How much is it?
Love this bet by Daniel. He has sized things up perfectly, but because of the chip count, Josh is going to make the call.
He's starting to fire here at Bellagio.
Well, you can make these kind of calls when you can well afford to make them when you have this many chips. He's still going to have well over 10 million in chips, even if he loses this pot. And if he wins it, he'll be a more dominating chip leader with just 3 players left. So he's gambling here. Daniel Alaei's tournament life on the line, but he loves that flop as it comes ace 8-5. A great flop for Daniel.
Daniel's dad, Eddie, celebrating in the crowd. Loves that flop for his son.
They know that Josh has to catch 2 runners now to win the pot. Well, there's 2 runners to make a straight or 2 runners of combination of a king and a jack. Well, there's the straight runner. The 10 comes off. And Josh shakes his head. Oh, man, can I be rushing this much? Is it possible a lucky lady could come off on the river and I could win this pot with an ace-high straight?
Anything is possible.
So he went from drawing dead on the turn to drawing live on the river. If a queen comes off, let's see if it happens.
Can he get the miracle? Suck out, knock him down to 3. No.
3 of clubs comes off. So Daniel Alaei, the 25-year-old poker pro out of Los Angeles, doubles up to stay alive.
We have 4 players going after close to 1.5 million in cash here tonight at Bellagio. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour. Let's go to the money pit. The cannon, Shawn Buchanan on the short stack, has a king 8 this time.
He's been pretty quiet lately at this final table. See what he does here with the king 8 offsuit under the gun.
All in.
Whoa, all in, he says. Right behind a big trouble. Daniel Alaei with ace king. He says all in. A couple folds, and we're going to have a showdown.
Well,
nice hand.
Shawn is not happy about this because he is dominated, as we say. Daniel Alaei about a 4-1 favorite as the cards lie because Josh folded an 8.
Let's see if the cannon can get lucky. Here's the flop.
Now flop comes 9-7-3.
All around it.
So Shawn is going to have to catch 2 runners to make a straight or catch an 8. Otherwise, he's going to be our 4th place finisher.
Yep, a WPT champion. The cannon on the morphine drip right now.
Well, the board pairs 9s. So we are down to the river. Shawn Buchanan from Canada, looking for a second WPT title tonight, is going to have to catch an 8 to stay alive in this tournament. Otherwise, he's going to finish in 4th place.
Can he get lucky? No, it's a jack of diamonds, and the cannon has blown up. He's out of here in 4th place.
Yep, he lit the fuse, but the cannon never left its shell there, Vince. Blows up, out in 4th place, but a nice event for Shawn Buchanan.
He's a terrific player. He's a WPT champion. But right now he has to say goodbye. He picks up $333,000, and just like that, we are down to 3 players going after millions here at Bellagio. You can see the chip leader at this point drawing away from this field, Josh Arieh, 11.2 million.
Well, Daniel Alaei in 2nd place with 4.9 million, and Faraz Jaka in 3rd place with 3.6 million.
I got Danny's luck now on my card.
Blinds are 80 and 160,000. It's getting exciting now.
All these guys going for their first WPT title, but all very successful poker players.
Action's going to Daniel.
You don't have to raise into Danny's luck.
And he just calls it, the toilet going out. And now it's on Josh, who has an 8-7 offsuit.
Well, look at this, Vince. He is raising it to 560,000 with an 8-7 offsuit. Quickly called by Daniel, but it just shows you when Josh gets chips, folks, he really puts pressure on his opponents.
Here we go.
Now flop comes Jack 9-3. No help to either player. Does give Josh a gut shot straight draw, but both players check. And now an 8 comes off. Josh has taken the lead. He's got a pair of 8s with the gut shot straight draw. And he's going to come out betting.
Yep, 725,000.
Well, Daniel has the same straight draw, but would actually have to catch a king to win this pot. At least to have the best hand.
It's a 1.8.
Well, Daniel's going to raise it to 1.8 million, but he's going to try to win it by raising right here with nothing. And now you can see Josh fidgeting with his hands. Bit of a nervous reaction.
Wow, what nerve to make this kind of raise with absolutely zip and pip, but he's done it.
Vince, look at this. Josh has made the call with 2 8s, the third pair, and a gut shot straight draw.
Down to the river we go.
Now the 6 of spade comes off. Josh made that call with 2 8s because he felt it's the best hand, and indeed it is. Josh is going to check.
If you just blew on this pot, you'd win it, but no, doesn't have the heart to bet it.
He's going to check. And Vince, I play poker with a guy who told me, you know, sometimes you can fire a bullet or two, but on other occasions, you got to empty the clip. Daniel didn't do it there. Josh takes down the pot.
Destiny could be on Josh's side tonight.
3 players remain in the Doyle Brunson 5-Diamond World Poker Classic.
We're coming back with more action from Bellagio in just a moment. As they call him the toilet. Jaka this time with King 7. He's going to raise, makes it 400,000 to go. But Josh right behind him with his strong ace-queen.
I'm on.
And there he goes, pushing all in. Daniel out.
And out goes the toilet, so Josh increases his chip stack a little bit there. And Vince, I'll tell you, he seemingly has made the right move on every occasion. And I'm talking about a couple very tough calls that he's made and put in there as well along the way, besides playing his hands at the right time.
Well, the blinds are going up to 100 and 200,000. We're getting serious. Action on Josh this time with the button.
This time Josh looks down at the 8-5 of spade. He is going to raise it, makes it 450,000 to go.
Daniel behind with an ace-7 of diamonds.
All in.
He says all in.
What a bet by Daniel here.
Toilet goes out.
Your little bank over here.
It is getting to become a bully game now.
Your little bank over here.
Whoever has the guts and the nerve pushes in, seems to be winning.
And I got news for you. All 3 of these guys have got nerve, they've got guts, and they've got game.
Next hand, Faraz.
All in.
The toilet has ace-6. He says all in. Josh goes out with 7 deuce, but
Call.
Wow, behind him, Daniel with kings.
Yep.
A quick call.
Well, a dream hand in the big blind for Daniel Alaei, and what a time to get a rush. He's in dominating position to win this one. 70% favorite to do so.
The toilet gets up from his seat.
There hasn't been one big suck out yet. So
walks to the rail.
It's coming now. It's bound to happen.
Ross says, you know, we need a big suck out at this final table. We haven't had one yet. Maybe I'll get it right now. Well, he needs it right now, or otherwise the toilet will become a porta potty.
Here comes the first 3.
Well, the flop comes king, 10-5. Daniel Alaei has flopped the top set, 3 kings, but it's not over. Faraz can catch a running queen and a jack.
Jack ball one time.
Make an ace-high straight, but otherwise, it's tapioca pudding.
Jack ball.
The toilet in desperate need of a plumber at this point. Needs complete luck. Here's 4th Street.
Well, 8 of diamonds comes off. No card on the river can win it for Faraz. He's going to be our 3rd place finisher, but still, nice tournament for him. And with this performance, he now becomes this season's WPT Player of the Year points leader. So we are down to two tough pros.
That's how it's supposed to be, right?
Hell yeah.
Josh Arieh
Sure is.
and Daniel Alaei both have 2 World Series of Poker bracelets to their credit, both trying to capture their first WPT title.
Stay tuned. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Not the favorite, but when you have a 2-to-1 chip lead over your opponent playing heads up, you are the favorite and you know it.
I'll tell you, this is a whole new Josh, because years ago he was a smart aleck at the table. He put people down. Now he has this life coach. It's turned him around. What a perspective. He's all humbled.
Well, you're right, Vince. When he finished in 3rd place in the main event at the World Series of Poker back in 2004, he was very brash, came off very poorly. He has certainly turned his image around since then.
Well, here we go. Very first hand. Daniel picking up ace-jack.
He's going to raise it. Makes it $525,000 to go. And Josh with the queen 3 of spade going to look him up and make the call. So here comes our first flop in this heads-up battle. It's 9-8 deuce, all clubs, no help to either player.
Josh first to act, and he's going to check it. Let's see if the young 25-year-old out of LA will make the continuation bet. Just like that, he does. $600,000, and he's going to take down the first one.
Well, Daniel taking the first step in closing the gap on that chip lead by winning pot number 1 of this heads-up battle.
Josh, 35 years old, lives in Atlanta, Georgia still. What a player, and this time, what a hand. Ace-king.
And he's going to raise it to make it $500,000 to go here.
But Daniel picks up a super hand, pair of queens.
Folks, if all the money doesn't go in before the flop here, I'll be completely shocked.
This is a cold deck.
1.6.
Well, it doesn't matter which one of these hands you have. You're going to keep raising until all the money's in before the flop, playing heads-up poker.
Daniel makes it 1.6.
I'm all in.
I call.
Well, he's gone all in. He's been called.
Wow, look at that.
And here we go, the classic race situation, ace-king versus 2 queens. And the difference in first and second place money is $500,000 in real money.
Come up to this for 500 dimes.
I was looking forward to playing.
So folks, essentially, they're flipping a coin for perhaps $500,000. Well, no matter what happens here, neither player is going to fault themselves for the way they played this hand. I don't care who you are, you're getting all the money in before the flop if you can do so with either one of these 2 hands.
Well, this could be it. If Josh gets lucky with his cards here, he will become our next champion.
Well, flop comes Jack 9-5 with 2 diamonds. So far, so good for Daniel. His 2 queens still out front. Josh looking for an ace or king to take the lead. Not only the lead, to win this tournament. Well, a jack comes off, so we're down to the river. Josh shakes his head. He knows he's 1 card away from capturing a WPT title. If he can catch an ace or a king on the river, he's our champ. But no, it's a 3 of hearts. So Daniel Alaei's 2 queens stand up. He doubles up, and he is now the chip leader in this heads-up battle.
Good hand, babe.
Oh, incredible. The fortunes have turned around just like that here at Bellagio.
The heads-up battle will continue in just a moment.
So let's go to the table. Josh this time with an ace-7 and the button.
Look what he's doing, Vince. He's limping in to camouflage that he's got an ace in his hand.
Very cagey.
Oh, but he has dominated. Daniel has picked up ace-queen.
And he rightfully so is going to put out more chips. Going to do a raise close to $800,000, $790.
Man, it's not going to shock me. He gets re-raised here.
I'm all in.
Well, he's going all in.
I call.
And Daniel's going to make the call here.
Yeah, Josh was trying to trap, but he's been trapped right now in a humongous pot.
Well, Vince, in all fairness, it looks to me like Daniel's just picking up hands that are better right now than Josh's. Here's the case, ace-queen against ace-7. If the ace-queen stands up, Daniel Alaei will be our champion. We haven't seen a big draw out at this final table yet. Could it happen here to keep this match alive?
Just needs some luck, but he's not going to get it there on the flop. 9-9 deuce. Daniel Alaei 2 cards away from becoming our champion.
Well, Josh not disappointed in that flop because if a deuce comes off, whatever card comes off in the turn in pairs, they would split the pot. But instead of 7 comes off, and Josh has taken the lead with 9s and 7s. He's right back in this thing. All he's got to do is dodge a queen on the river.
You talk about a suck out. What a card.
Well, an 8 comes off. So there you go, folks. Our first big draw at the final table keeps this match alive, and with it, these players are almost dead even in chip count.
Evenly up.
He's pulled off the upset to the delight of his wife, Angela. Don't forget, he's being tutored by a life coach. Life coach has got to be saying, got to give me some of the credit for this, Josh. I kind of make these things happen.
Well, Josh got lucky there, but you can't really fault him for the way he's played any of the last couple hands.
Let's go to this hand. Right now, Daniel's picked up a huge pair of jacks.
Unbelievable, the cards Daniel is picking up. 2 queens, ace queen, 2 jacks.
Well, he made it 600,000, and he's going to push Josh out of the way. He folds.
What a tough match we've got going on here. They're pretty close in chip count. Both players have 2 World Series of Poker bracelets to their credit. Both trying to capture their first WPT title.
One a family man out of Atlanta. That would be Josh, 35 years old. Daniel, 25, out of LA. In this hand, Daniel has a 10-8 offsuit, the button, and he's going to pump it up to 700,000.
Oh, Josh has got 2 7s here. Any pair playing heads-up poker is a strong hand. Let's see how Josh plays the 7s. I think he'll raise it here.
Got the solid mid pair. But no, he's going to play it differently. He just calls.
I don't like this play, Vince, and I say it because there's too many cards that can come out above the 7 that would scare you.
You mean just like that? A 10 hits on the flop.
And that's one that might not scare you, but it should, because Daniel Alaei now has the best hand with 2 10s.
Josh is in the guessing game. He's going to check it.
What a flop for Daniel. He's going to bet 900,000 here.
That is not what Josh wanted to hear.
Well, Josh better be real careful here.
I'm all in.
Oh,
he's not careful at all. He's moved all in.
That is a massive re-raise.
Massive is putting it mildly, Vince.
Close to 8 million in addition.
I'm shocked at the size of this re-raise, to be honest with you.
Cool.
But Daniel's going to make a great call.
Well, Daniel has made the call, and Josh is in dire straits. I say I'm surprised at the size of that re-raise, because I believe if you raise it like $1 million instead of $8 million, you can gain the same information that maybe your opponent paired to 10s.
I'm lucky, but I don't think I'm this lucky.
Josh knows Chance has already pulled the trigger 1 street too late. He should have moved all in before the flop, not after the flop. Daniel could become our champion if the 2 10s stand up.
Well, a turn card not going to help Josh. He's 1 card away from elimination. Right now it is Daniel Alaei's moment. He's 1 card away from the title.
Yeah, you got to hit a 7. Got to hit the slot machine. 3 7s. Doesn't happen as an 8 comes off. So that's going to do it for Josh. He's a runner-up. Daniel Alaei is our champion.
And his father, Eddie's celebrating. Arms outstretched. He can't believe his son. Daniel Alaei is now a WPT champion. Post a $1.5 million right there.